Fam. I said yesterday I'd be back in a couple of days, but I said to myself, I ain't gonna be able to make it back till Thursday. I know. I gotta come back and talk today. Especially in light of the fact you're hearing the good news, right? Not to get too excited too quick, but Cali, we're doing better. That curve it's coming down toward the flat. Washington State, same thing. I think this madness could be coming to an end soon and get our guys back on the field to train for this season because I know I've been already told by several people outside of the football community, man, there's more to this world than just football. Okay, I know. But I like football. I can't help it. Woo! Besides, I'm like that dude, man, that like goes, the dude comes over to your house, smokes up all your herb, drinks up all your liquors in the refrigerator, cleaning all the food out. It's 3:00 in the morning, you get up, you tell him, dude, you know what, I'm gonna go to bed, but look here, let yourself out. Don't forget to turn that TV off before you go. And then you go to bed, 5:00 in the morning. Hey, Ronbo. Hey, man, where you keep your ketchup? Man, if you don't get out that door, I'm gonna let the dog back in the house. So I'm that dude, man. I can't leave, fam. Yeah. By the way, things have. Okay, let me run this down because the thing is, I think we saw this coming because the headlines are, it's a first round trade down. It's probably important for the 49ers of the NFL draft for a number of reasons. Now, if all goes according to the current order, the Niners will be busy on the first and third day of the NFL draft for the one-day vacation. I'm talking a vacation in between. Now, you knew, we both knew. Niners own picks numbers 13 and 31 in the first round and wouldn't make another selection until the fifth round at number 156. It's not. It just goes against the grain of John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan's whole way of thinking. That's a long stretch between draft choices for a team that has reached the point where replenishing talent through the draft is pretty much mandatory at this point. Because right now, money's too tight to mention. Oh, money. Oh, money. I just have these kind of moments. Anyway, since when does the NFL draft go according to original order anyway, In fact, trade madness is a normal thing during the draft. That is why Coach Shanahan and GM John Lynch, along with their talented staffs, are planning for everything. It sounds like Shanahan is already chomping at the bit for more picks anyway. Quote, I've been around long enough that you don't just sit there and look at your draft and say, all right, we've got to know 1 to 31. But then we could just chill until the fourth round or fifth round, or whatever we are, take a day off because things change. There's always trades. There's always different draft picks, so you've got to still go through the same process. But there's not as much pressure on getting to know all the top guys in the draft, unquote. Man, I'm assuming they use the number 13 pick, and I'm thinking they will. But many believe the Niners must find a way to trade down and out of the spot at 31 to acquire more mid-round picks. And honestly, when you think about it, really think about it, because I know myself, get that premier wide receiver 13, and number 31 get you your secondary player. No, there's reasons why that's not going to happen. As I say, there is some room. There's some room for softening that stance if someone, the guys have rated highly slips to 31. But short of that, it's imperative the Niners gather more choices and don't find themselves waiting until the fifth round to turn in another selection. That's too long. It really is. And here's the reason why. It sounds like Lynch is getting in the trade down fever anyway, as he is quoted saying, we don't have as much equity as we've had in years past. So we got to figure out a way. We've got to be creative. Does that sound like a guy that's only worried about, is not concerned about the mid-round picks? Oh, just that much alone. He goes on to say, we've got to be exhaustive in all the avenues we look at to improve our football team. We're committed to doing that, unquote. See, fam, the math changed for the Niners during free agency. When they traded D-Buck to the Colts for number 13 overall, along with receiver E-Man Sanders' departure to Nolans. Who that? And the depth dudes like Levine Toilolo, Mike Person, Sheldon Day all cleaned out their Santa Clara lockers, and Niners suddenly had needs. Suddenly, receiver, defensive tackle, offensive line, and quarterback have topped the list of needs. Losing Buckner means the Niners can't afford to walk out of the first night of the draft without a difference maker, no matter how much we try to believe the team will be fine. And it doesn't necessarily mean, though, because he was one of the team's best players, and it stands to reason that the Niners will use that pick it received for him to land the best player available at one of the positions I just mentioned, who could step in and make an immediate impact. We got to replace that, man. I've been thinking delusionally, because I want that sexy pick. I want that guy that's going to come in, and we're going to go, ooh, all day long. But you got to have some blue-collar workers, fam. Yeah, you do. With that type of thinking in mind, the Niners want to limit themselves to just one position, but instead look at the best players and determine who has the best combination of short and long-term potential. Coach Shanahan said about that, quote, you've got to evaluate people, and you don't just say, all right, we decided we're going for a receiver. You've got to take the guy that you believe in. He has got to be there when you pick, and you've got to compare him to D lineman, to an offensive lineman, to everything. And there you take the best guy. There's nothing irrational about that way of thinking. And if there's no one there, you're like, someone's trading, and you trade back and try to take more guys. Unquote. See, in fact, for the 49ers, adding mid-round picks isn't just about trying to prevent from getting bored for the rest of the draft. All season they've made it clear they want to improve the roster while maintaining as much of last year's NFC Championship team as possible. Now, they did that the best they could within the constraints of the salary cap that's choked them out, and that's what happens when teams do really well. You run out of money. And now all of a sudden you got to figure out ways. I knew we were going to take a hit in free agency, but I kept thinking about the cash rollover coming up in the new CBA agreement. But some of these things don't kick in until next year, right? So 49ers need another influx of young, cost-effective talent now. We should have known this was coming anyway. We had a right to dream because for as many tough decisions as the Niners had this offseason, things are going to get more difficult. Some of us have already probably looked into it. The team will have a lot more cap space to work with next offseason, but they're slated to have so many key players that needed contract extensions. I didn't really look at that real well because I tend to look at things through the red and gold glasses all the time and think it's going to be all right. But even Barath, with all the talent he's got, this is going to be tough for him, too. Among the starters are major contributors scheduled to be unrestricted free agents next season. GK, TC. And one of the reasons Matty B is for sale could be for this reason. Juice and KB will need renewals. They got one-year tenders. Well, in case of KB, but Juice got a one. Trent Taylor's contract will expire. DJ Jones, Ronald Blair, 3. These names are serious. These are the high-depth guys. Richard Sherman, K1 and Spoon, Kwaski T. We haven't even started worried about Fred Warner and Mike McGlinchey, both of whom will also be eligible for big buck extensions because it is their first time. Suffice to say, the Niners either can't or won't want to pay all these guys what will be needed to keep them, which means now's the time to begin reloading with immediate and long-term replacements. They've looked at that, fam, and I can pretty much assure you there's going to be a serious trade down. Number 13 pick is in jeopardy. The more draft capital we have, the better the chance of keeping the Super Bowl window open long. And I'm sure the way Lynch and Shanahan are thinking, they're going to go Belichick's route. You've got to be hard as a rock. You can't have no love for none of your players. They all become digits. What can they do for the team? Because after that, As soon as he starts asking for big bucks, he's got to go. If we're going to maintain and become a dynasty, you build a dynasty by being businesslike, way businesslike. Recent evidence indicates the teams looking to move down can generally find someone willing to move up. The fifth-year option that comes with a first-round pick has made those choices a lot more attractive. An ideal blueprint for the Niners to follow. Are you ready for this? Wait for it. The Hawks from last year. Seattle entered the draft with just 4 picks, but after 8 trades, including moving defensive end Frank Clark for a first-round pick, they brought in 11 fresh new faces. When it was over, Seattle had a pick in the first round, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 3 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, 2 in the sixth, and 1 in the seventh. Oh! Shades of Trent Baalke. But Baalke was good at that, but he never knew what to do with the picks. Except for a couple of times. I gotta pick on him. He picked out a few good players. We have to admit, he picked out a few good ones. All right. Anyway, Seattle hit the mother load last year. If the 49ers could pull off something similar, it would go a long way in restocking the roster while also providing potential replacements with team-friendly rookie contracts, of which we need a lot now. Get yourself ready for a trade down, fam. As I said, even pick 13 may be in danger. Lynch was also heard saying things like, quote, I think the important part right now is that we're prepared for all scenarios. I think those things will take care of themselves as our plan and our vision for making our team better this year develops further. Right now, the most important part is that we work really hard in trying to assess the talents and the opportunities to improve our team. You want to start thinking another direction now? You may as well. Now, you might get that wide receiver. That ain't no problem. Seems at number 13 because, you gotta really expand your thinking now. You can't just stay in that tunnel. By the way, before I forget, let me apologize for Jack. And Jack, if you're watching, don't call in here using all that foul language. I got some complaints. Like I told you yesterday, we have children watching. Guys, please be careful with your mouth, okay? Let's make it an environment that young people and people with their kids can watch and not say, oh, my God, all right? I'm going to cut you off. I love you, man, but you got to act right. Come on now. Jack was serious. I'm so serious. And you know how I like to play. I'm serious, man. You come in with a foul mouth, I got to say goodnight. Anyway, my fam, Keon Jenkins says we can pick up everything we need in this draft and we trade down a couple of times with that 13 pick. Our needs are left tackle, right guard, center, quarterback. It goes on and on, a wide out. You know, it's amazing how good our team is, how much we actually, it's about the depth. We don't have a lot of solid backups. A lot of them left. Person was a problem I think he was just getting up there with the point where the injuries were taking him out. Mark Espinoza says, I want Zach. I saw Zach. I agree. I like him. Green Bay slated to get him in the second round. Roquan Davis. We need to trade back. Screw wide receiver. D wins championship with these two guys. These two guys. Peter Cat says, 49ers need that draft kicker, Pepper Gomez, TJ State. Yeah? I see, these are guys, you've probably been looking around at some of these people more than I have because I get so busy during the course of my day. I don't always get a chance to look at all the, that's my only sacrifice of the day. I can't look at college players like I want to unless you tell me about them like you do. Hey, Levon, I see you. Whatever Lynch and Shanahan picks, I agree with them 100%. Niner for life, yes. David Coca says, that Ronbo was scared COVID-19 away. Thanks, David. David out in New Mexico. You know, because we're kicking COVID's butt right now, man. We're doing it, doing fine. We're paying attention to all the rules. We're doing everything we're asked. It's working. Brandon Morris says, let's not dwell on Trent Taylor and McKinnon tonight. Yeah, okay. Brandon Moore. You're right. Okay. Easy the Third says, hey, thank God you're back. Ronbo, it's boring. Oh, thanks, Easy the Third. Shucks, guys. Sometimes you say things I was surprised, make me blush. Production puts those up there. I'm not ready. Thanks. Anyway, Mr. Block Eye says, well, I think it depends on how the picks go as far as the wide receivers. If the main wide receiver we want gets picked already, yep. I say go for Kinlaw. Yeah, if you don't get picked before the 13th, and one love, Ohio love. Mr. Block Ice. You're right. I bet they're thinking that way too. If their guy's not at 13, they're getting rid of that. They're bailing out on that pick. Mark Espinosa, I had a weird dream where Ronbo came over and we was playing catch on the yard. That's all. That's great. Look at this Slick 68 here. Slick says, we don't need more or less talented picks. We need the best available win. I know, Slick, but man, how we going to pay these people next year? We need to have some people to replace them. If you see a real good talent, you almost got to move on it. Because there's going to be some cuts this year like we didn't expect, I got a feeling. And really, the experience as teacher, we need to stack up at corner ASAP. Yeah. Because we had that, remember with Balky. Eduardo Di Dio says I had to cancel my other appointment. Oh, the flattery's making me crazy. Thanks, guys. Thanks. I love you back. I mean, hanging out is just what I like to do. Let me get over here and check you, see what you're saying on the telephone. Jamie, come on in, man. Jamie, man, are you getting ready? Are you getting?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think I'm cutting out a little bit. My phone sucks.
No worries. We got a connection here. Jamie, you ever go to dinner somewhere and you get there and you already had something in mind you was going to order, and the waiter says, geez, we don't have that tonight, but we do have the lamb, and also we have the roast this and that, Yeah, I think we may not, if we don't get lamb, Judy or Ruggs, if they're gone before 13th, you can kiss that 13th pick a buy. I got a feeling. But what are you thinking?
Yeah. Yeah, you noticed last night when I got off here, I was putting numbers on the chat. So last night I come to the same realization that you did today. I'm like, I got to look at these D linemen, dude. So I went down through and I picked out a couple D linemen that you got to look at. There's a guy out of Florida, Jabari Zuniga.
Okay.
This guy run a 4.66.
Ooh, that's
and he played against Bama, Georgia. And he's got so many highlights on the reel. It's like twice as long as everybody else's highlights.
See, these are the guys they don't talk about. They don't get no love, no fanfare, no spotlight. What's Jabari? What's his name?
Zuniga. Zuniga.
Okay.
I think he's at Florida.
All right.
Yeah, 4.66, and he's an edge rusher. So if D Ford plays his my knee hurts, he might not want to do that.
But Jabari, the thing about him is he's probably one of those guys that bum rushes and doesn't have a lot of technique. But with the Kasurk and company,
this guy in his highlights, he uses speed, comes around the back and gets the running back from behind. He's fast.
And you know what I like about that kind of a guy?
Me too.
He can go get these quarterbacks that run these. What is he? He runs a 4
4.66.
Yeah, that'll run a quarterback down. See, that's what we got to have.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I started looking last night. So I started putting on all the low numbers. There's a guy, Alex Highsmith. There's another guy, James Smith Williams, and he had the fastest time at 4.62.
That's what they're breeding now. Hey, Jamie,
that's what we need.
You know what's funny? Because this is what happens, the evolution of players. Okay, now you got quarterbacks that are zooming around at high speeds. Now you notice defenders are coming into school and they're built faster. So you got the antidote to that quarterback that could get out of the pocket and work you. It just
that was our main problem last year. So that's what I went looking for last night. I found a page full of them.
I love it.
There's a lot of them.
You know what? You can send me that link then if you got a link, a page full of them. Oh, you mean wrote down a bunch of them? Okay.
No, I wrote it on paper. I'm old school.
Man, I love it. All right, check these guys out.
I like Garvin too. Garvin ain't bad. Jonathan Garvin. He's at 4.82. He can still run him down, but
what school? Conferences make a difference too.
Yeah. Well, you're thinking that they're going to go corner?
No, the first round. I think they're still going to go for a wide receiver. I just don't know at what point in the first round, if they stay in the first round, I see the 49ers dropping down as low as 20 from 13. And you can still get a premier wide receiver while adding to your picks in the second round. You take that 31, you do that again. Because I still think they want a receiver, but maybe not necessarily the Golden Boys. They may see some talent that fits their scheme better in another player that we don't even know about to be named later.
Well, what the thing you said that Shanahan was talking about, if one of his guys are gone, like Ruggs, if he's not there, I believe we trade down.
Yeah, but we don't know for sure who Shanahan's guy is now. It could be Judy. And for all we know, it could be Lamb. Lamb is slated by, as I said, just about every last guy that's got a mock draft on an NFL Network situation. Got Lamb. Only one guy gives us Ruggs.
Yeah, I think Ruggs. If Ruggs ain't there, I think they trade down.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know if he's that big on Judy. I like Judy. I mean, Judy's fine.
Yeah,
But,
I do too. But he's got the highest skill set. Lamb, they say, probably fits what the 49ers like to do too. Yeah, he just kill you after you get the ball. Tackle him, you're gonna get hurt. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, there was one other guy. His name is Windsor or something out of Penn State. There was two guys out of Penn State that looked pretty good on the D-line. I'm thinking as long as we can keep Armstead down in the middle and get another edge rusher, I think we'll be golden.
Armstead's going to move around between tackle and edge. The thing is, if you're talking about the linebacker type, edge rusher, there's a few of those that don't get enough attention. I've seen a few. Even Bond. Bond's a linebacker, but the guy's insane. We'll see.
Some of these guys are going to slip down to third, fourth, and if we trade back, we'll get at least 3 picks if we trade back.
Mm-hmm. You trade back both picks, you could get more than that. Your 2 first-rounders will fill your draft up for you. Yeah, you'll be busy on every day except for, So, we'll see.
All right, you're going to be back on tomorrow or the next day?
That's Thursday. We're back Thursday.
Okay, I'll hit you up on Thursday, man.
Be looking for you, Jamie. Have a good night, fam. Good stuff. Thanks for those names. Still, check them out.
You too.
All right. And there is Raul. Raul, come on in, man.
What's up, Ronbo?
Raul, man, I haven't heard from you in a long time. How you doing, man?
Yeah, it's been a little minute. Nah, man, right here, I'm still working. I'm over here in LA.
Good.
I'm next to Long Beach, but yeah, I'm still working.
Yeah, long as you
they gotta do that.
Yeah, just be careful.
Social distancing,
Yeah, that's all you gotta do. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Happy about that.
But,
Don't want to hear anybody sick. Raul, man, but it's so funny, man, because the draft is like all you was thinking before. Everything you was thinking before. We got to change, man.
That's really that's all we're thinking about now. That's all we can't think about.
There's nothing else, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Raul,
I'm glad the draft is here. It came at perfect timing,
Oh, yeah.
For the draft, it's like no sports. At least we can look forward to the draft. Not wait till that's over, right?
I know, man. No baseball.
Days after that, everybody's gonna be like, damn, no.
I know, man. No NBA. You got the WWE with like doing online. It was funny though. I had to laugh when I was watching the other day though. But everything is just gone like no crowd, just the show, and you get to watch it from a safe position. Woo! It's crazy, Raul. This is not what we do. We like to go out and have fun with this stuff. Stay home and watch it is okay, but still. But anyway, hey, Raul, man, did you want a wide receiver in the first round?
Ronbo, I do, but what I want the team to get better, you know. And of course, everybody wants the flashy wide receiver.
Yeah.
But you know what? What if we get to that pick and our pick comes and there's a better player that's a defender, that's a better player that's going to make our team better? You know what? I'll take them. I'm pretty sure we're going to take a wide receiver in the first round. Now, it might not be a 13th pick. We might trade down. I don't know. I even heard about something else. You know, I don't remember where it's from. There's nothing confirmed. There's no rumor, but something that I heard that I would like. You know that if it falls to us is to trade back. And somebody said that we might pick up Jordan Love, and
Oh!
then
Hey, Raul, a quarterback?
they would say that we could trade back, get Jordan Love, and still get a receiver with the other first round pick.
But Raul,
And we were
what do we do with Jordan
Yeah.
Love? CJ?
Well, that's what they're saying. Now, I mean, of course, that's after. I would just have him as a backup. I wouldn't start him over Jimmy Garoppolo, of course.
No, I mean, but I
don't
know.
I
You
did
got
that.
Mullins.
I did that, and I was like, what? Yeah, I know. Nick Mullins is good too, but
Raul.
it is what it is. You got to think about the future.
No, but Raul, you know what you got there? Now, Mullins probably got some bites that made the 49ers say, oh, we'd like to do that, but we can't afford to give up Nick. So you get Love. What if Love comes in, he looks good? If nothing else, Love becomes trade bait next season. It's like an investment.
No, I don't think that'll happen. I don't think we'll end up getting him, but I seen that, and I was like, man, because they were saying even the Raiders might end up thinking about picking up Jordan Love with the so I'm like, that's like it's just rumors that they're saying out here. I was like, it sounds interesting. Of course, he got people thinking of all kinds of scenarios.
I like that. I kind of, you know what? I could bite on that one. Because no matter how much the Raiders act like.
That's what it had me.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, why would the Raiders get, I was like, if they get him, he's for sure not going to start for the next 2-3 years unless something happens to him.
I don't know.
But
if in the first round.
Sitting on the quarterback for that long. But it all depends. Kyle, they're going to get the best player on the board. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
Whether it's a defender or offense, but I love a wide receiver one, of course. But I would love, I love defense, and I think I would rather go. I want to go with the best player who's going to make our team better. Regardless. I don't care who that player is. Honestly, I don't know if it's a number one wide receiver. I think we pick up a strong piece, a strong defensive player. I would love that too. I'll be happy either way. Of course, I would love one of these wide receivers. Which one? Honestly, I like Justin Jefferson. A
lot of people do.
I think it's all going to depend on how the board falls. We can't call it. It all depends on that. But I'm confident in the coaches and the GM. John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan doing their thing. I have my faith in them 100%. They haven't let us down yet. I mean, there's a couple. Not every pick can be a perfect. So for the most part, I'm happy with what they've done. We just have to stay faithful.
Because I tell you, I do worry about a wide receiver in the first. I don't know what it is. It's just, it seems like it's bad luck. Everybody who picks up a wide receiver in the first round, only a handful in years actually has a big impact. That's weird. Or they get injured. First few weeks, they're out for weeks or half a season or whatever. It's crazy.
Yeah, but this year, the draft is so deep with wide receivers. I don't know if that'll happen. There's too many to fail. There has to be at least one or two that are going to go in the first round. Yeah, there's too much talent. Because you got to remember, too, how many wide receivers are going to get drafted in the first round. It might be like 5, 6. It could be,
maybe.
And that's a good amount. That's a lot. If you think about it, last year compared to last year, only two wide receivers went in the first round.
And one was the last pick almost in the first round.
Exactly.
You over to do the same.
Yeah.
Raul, we gotta go, fam. I'll see you. I'll see you Thursday if you get some time. All right.
All right, Ronbo.
All right, fam.
Thank you. Have a good one. Appreciate
Thanks,
what you guys do. Stay safe.
You too, fam. Stay safe out there. All right. Later.
All right, man.
Hey, DJ. Dion.
I'm here, brother. I'm sorry.
It's okay, D. D, man. So, like, for weeks, you, me, and everybody we know is this attached to the 49ers been talking about that 13th pick being your favorite wide receiver. D, I don't know.
Ronbo, it's gonna be a wide receiver, and I'm gonna tell you
Convince me.
this: this is my thought process. If you want to go with the best receiver in the draft, you go with C.D. Lamb, not Jerry Jeudy. And I'm going to tell you exactly why.
A lot of people agree.
Lamb played better. Lamb had better numbers. Lamb's career numbers are better than Judy's. And at the same time, Lamb played with the same quarterback on a consistent basis. People sleep on Jalen Hurts. They forget Jalen Hurts was starting before Tua was starting. And then when Jalen Hurts went to Oklahoma, he shitted on everybody. And who did he have to throw to? C.D. Lamb. So Lamb should and will be the number 13 overall pick. And at number 31, we will trade back because we will have somebody give us a 2 and a 3 or a 3 and a 4. You've got to give us draft capital. We ain't talking about draft next year. We talking about draft this year.
Mm-hmm.
So the virtual draft, it will be going on. You will see them. They're gonna trade one of those 2 first-round picks, whether it be 13 or whether it be 31. I lean more towards 31 because if somebody's gonna give us something for 13, you're gonna have to give us at least 3 picks. At least that's what I'm thinking.
Now you know
Ain't
that's
no way
going to
I'm
be
giving
appealing.
up 13 for 1.
Say, Dia, question. If Lamb is gone, and it seems like the consensus is the 49ers will take Lamb if they get a chance at 13. If Lamb is picked up, because you know how the Raiders are, they just like to mess with us.
Yeah.
Do you trade that 13?
No. You still
Right.
pick a receiver. This is a receiver-heavy draft.
Who's number
We
2?
have way too many options.
Who's number 2 on your list?
I'm not going to lie to you. And, this is just my thought process. I'm going to go way, way out of scope. I'm going to go Devin Duvernay out of Texas.
I like that. Somebody
I'm gonna
moved away, thinking out the box.
You know why? Because
Why?
the man had hands. You know we had a problem with Ronbo early on in the season? Catching football.
Dropsies.
Couldn't catch the ball to save our life. Why don't we bring in someone who's got Jarvis Landry type hands, who can move, and who just wasn't getting thrown the ball? That's simple. It's very easy. If you pick up a dude that's short-handed, you can put him into Shanahan's system, and he will shape and mold him into what he wants him to be. Now, that's an obvious given because anybody who goes into that system puts up numbers.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need a true number 1. I've never believed in that in this type of system. You don't need a number 1. You need a bunch of mercenaries.
Or guys that just solid.
Get out there. Exactly. If we could have a team full of Debos, we'd be fine.
Oh, my goodness.
We wouldn't have any problems. There wouldn't be anything else that we would need to do.
Super Bowl after Super Bowl. Because he'd beat a team by himself.
Because in the Super Bowl, had we kept running that jet sweep where they stopping at Ronbo, they didn't stop nothing. That jet sweep was eating their ass alive.
This is why I'm still mad at Shanahan.
We kept running it, and they couldn't stop it. Like they knew it was coming, and there was nothing they could do. We had everybody pulling. Everything was running right, man. So at 13, we will pick a receiver, or the only way we don't pick a receiver is if they believe in one of these defensive tackles that much more, and they see that person available. That is the only way we don't pick a receiver. Because other than that, you have to. Yes, I believe with the consensus, if you see Jerry Jeudy there, they're probably just going to pick him because he's a hot name. He's the big, he's a big man on campus. I say go Lamb because he's more consistent. Consistency will breed you championships. But a guy who, had a good year, right now, okay, when he runs better routes. You can teach a person to run routes. That's not hard. Route running is something that you can learn. You can't teach speed. You cannot teach hands. Those are things that you cannot teach. Somebody just can't catch the ball. They just cannot catch the damn ball. I've seen it. I've seen guys who have all of the freakish quick twitch ability, the movements, everything. Can't catch a ball if he puts stick 'em on their hand.
What's that guy from Arizona? The long, tall receiver. He got drafted by the Cardinals last year. He came in with that issue and ended up on the bench 5 minutes after he got there. So you're right. Sometimes hands is just natural things, you know.
Yeah. But we got a great draft coming. I guarantee you we'll wind up with picks in the second and third or the third and fourth. And hopefully John Lynch can just smash another third-round pick, because you know he's good. I mean, a fifth-round pick. You know he seems to be all right with the fifth-rounders. I don't know what he does. His late-round picks are way better than his first-round picks. I mean, we got a good one with McGlinchey. We got a good one with Bosa. But you know, that's why I did a couple of videos on his drafts, because you know last year was great. But the first 2 years were very subpar. We didn't really produce any starters. And it's extremely rare that you do.
I'm still mad at Ruben. Ruben was a starter. This is not Ruben's number, by the way.
Ruben.
Oh, let's not get started.
Ruben was another Alden. Ruben was another Alden. All the talent in the world, but you don't know how to stay out of trouble.
D, we got to pull up.
And you don't have nobody that. All right, brother.
Man. I'm going to look for you Thursday, though. Good stuff, as usual. And look for Deion Johnson. He's got more stuff for you. I'm making him stop now, but he goes on. Dave.
All right, Rob. I appreciate you, man. You have a good evening. Continue to do what you do. Thanks. You are number one. There is no one better.
Thanks, Steve. You're too good.
All right.
Thanks, fam. Talk to you later.
All right.
And let's bring Dre in. Dre's always got a spin, no matter what the subject matter. I'm telling Dre that we go trade out of first round. Watch him tell me, Ronbo, man, ain't no trade downs happening. Dre, am I right? Have I got you figured? Big Show. Somebody throw Big Show a towel in his house. Dude is crying his eyes out. Dre, you want me to come back? Sounds like he's busy. Dre, can you hear me? Oh, Dre, you got to get.
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. I thought you was back talking to somebody else. Dre, come on in, man. Yeah.
We got people saying we're going to draft Jordan Love. We got Deion saying we're going to take
I know Raul was
at 13.
He was having fun.
Like, come on, Deion. What's the quarantine that bad to you guys? What's going on here?
Oh no!
What? Like, are you on the wacky tobacco or are you sipping the yak? Which one is it?
Well, Drake, it sounds like you disagree. Amplify on your reasoning.
Do I disagree? I disavow the idea of taking Duvernay at 13.
Really?
Not just disagree. I put it in my stomach and I put it through my intestines and I sharted out my crack. That's what I do to it.
you really feel that bad about it?
Disagree. Oh my God, that was horrible. Oh, that was bad. Deion, I love you, brother. You know, I watch your videos, I subscribe to you, but that was just that was probably the worst take that you could have had.
Explain.
Please don't do that again. Man, Duvernay is at best the third or fourth rounder, Ronbo. We're not going to take fucking Duvernay in the 13th pick, Ronbo.
Language, remember language.
One of three guys.
Drake.
Oh, my bad.
People have been talking about Duvernay a lot, though. I'm not watching.
I don't care how much they talk about him, Ronbo. He's not a 13th round. He's not a 13th pick. He's a third. He's a mid third, maybe even a fifth. That guy drops maybe even to the fifth. We don't take him at 13.
Good.
Come on, man.
All right. So
yeah, come on. No, he's not that, bro. Come on.
So Dre, here's the thing. Now, the theory is the 49ers are thinking we got a lot of guys we got to pay next year, and they're probably thinking ahead long term, as you got to do that. You, Lamb, Judy, or Ruggs, for some strange, bizarre reason, aren't there at 13. Now, what do you think they do, though? If it ain't Duvernay, who is it?
That's not going to happen. One of those guys will be there, Ronbo. One of those guys will be there.
Out of the three. And they'll just take the guy whoever's left? Oh, that'll be all right with them?
Yeah. Everybody's in love with Judy and Ruggs. You know, I'm a Ruggs guy, but, you know, there's a lot of mocks out there that have CD Lamb being the guy available at
Did
13.
you notice that?
So
Lamb is the
yeah,
pick.
man.
I don't know where they get that from,
man.
unless they think so.
Yeah. Yep. So you just don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? But I know for one thing, it's not going to be Duvernay or Jordan Love, whatever the heck that was.
Dion, please don't say Duvernay again. It really makes Dre crazy. All right, Dre. Hey, Dre, 31. There's the pick. Are you convinced they're going to keep that pick? Or are they going to go ahead and deal it?
31 to be traded.
Yeah.
In my mock, I have us. I don't know if all right. So
you don't want to give too much of your mock. Dre's going to give his mock this Sunday, by the way. Let you know right now.
Like I said, I have 31. Another pick in the draft, and a player going to somebody like the Detroit Lions for their 35th, their 67th, and their 149th. And that is because the Detroit Lions, they have a first, right?
Which Okuda is definitely like every draft, right. Everybody got a mock's got Okuda. He may as well move to Detroit and start looking for a place right now.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. Why I say it's somebody like the Lions, because the Lions have a first and a second and 2/3, right? So the thing is, if they give us their 35th, which is the second, they get 2 firsts. So there's really not a trade-off, right? Like you're basically doing it. You're basically keeping the same thing, but you're going up to get a guy at the bottom of the round that you like, right? And then they won't have a second, but they have 2 firsts. So that's not really that bad, right? And then they have 2/3. So if they give us one of their thirds and they get a player back, that's not bad. And then yeah, exactly. And then if we give them a pick in the later round, which I can't say which round is it because I'll be giving up, but then they'll have 2 picks in that round. And that round has netted us Dre Greenlaw and George Kittle. You know what I'm saying, over the last 2 years. So
Dre, hold on a second. Johnny XX, you're a real troublemaker, aren't you? One warning today. All right, clean it up. Behave or be gone. This is the last time I'll tell you, Johnny, you're really an annoying individual, aren't you? Clean up the language or get out. That's it. That's all you get. No more body parts. All right, go ahead.
If Ronbo says it, hey. But yeah, man. I just like I said, we're gonna get one of those three guys. I'm hoping that it drugs. I've already talked about it. I mean, somebody who has only one drop in his college career, and he scored on 24.6% of all of his targets, which is very hard to do. 22 touchdowns on 106 touches, which has only been done by Barry Sanders. He's just, punt return, kick return, catching the ball, running with the ball, routes, everything. He can do that all. And like I said, somebody like the Lions, they have multiple picks in the third, they have multiple picks in the fourth. I really think we can make a nice trade.
Excellent trade partners. Dre, don't give away too much. We got to go anyway. But there it is. You got the Dre mindset. He'll be on Sunday. He's got his whole draft set up, ready to roll. All right, fam.
Sure. All right, man. Shout out to the TNT fan, man. Trey Dredge, Big Show, Jerry Fresh Russo, my player partner Will, Shay Lewis, man. My big bro, big body Griff, man, all the guys, man. Hey, man, I understand we're on quarantine. We still got 18 more days to go with
but we're looking good
for the draft. But, yeah, but no more Duvernay at 13. No more. None of that. All right, I love you guys, man. I'm out of here.
Dre, night.
All right, bro.
You got to write a letter of apology to Dre. Carlos. I love when we disagree. Like, it's just the time of season we always disagree with anything anyway. Hey, Carlos!
Ronbo!
Carlos! Ow. How you and the family doing, man? I haven't talked to you guys in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
How you doing? Everything all right?
What you been up to, Ronbo?
Just hanging out like everybody else, kicking back, relax, getting chores at home like you don't want to do. Like, you told me you're going to wash the toilet while you're not doing anything else.
Yeah, I know. I'm home. I'm going to be home the next couple of months.
Yeah, well, You can learn how to cook in that amount of time. House cleaning, chores, just anything that you don't normally do. Those things you promised you was gonna get done 6 months ago, you can do them now. anyway, anyway, Carlos.
Football.
I know, man. Hey, you know what though? I got a feeling we're gonna get football because the thing is, now things are starting to like level off a little bit, and some people think the summer's going to kill this virus. So I was worried. I think they're gonna cancel football too. I mean, there's better things to worry about, more serious. But the 49ers need to be back out on the field to make this world a better place. Carlos, I'm losing my mind. Man, I just got you.
You think it's gonna last that long?
Nah, I think they said end of this month it could be like really tailoring down. I do too. Yeah. Anyway,
Well, I guess I heard that we're gonna. Who do you think we're gonna get for the draft?
man, after I've read what John and Kyle are thinking and some of the things that they put their thoughts out there, I don't know who they put them out there for, whether it's another team or the rest of the league or what, but it sounds like these guys are really serious about trading down and getting more picks. You know, we owe a lot of people a lot of money next year. We got to get some depth built up. See if we can find some talents, some more Greenlaws and Warners and guys like that you get in later rounds. Or we gonna have a problem starting next year.
Back to two, man.
So I don't know.
Get defensive tackles and freaking
Carlos.
running back.
Carlos, get back to your speaker.
Yeah.
Are you on speakerphone? Because I
hear me?
can't hear you.
Oh no.
Oh, that's better. Okay.
You hear me?
Yeah, it's better now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I was saying, we probably need to get some like defensive ends and like running backs.
Carlos, I got to tell you, man, what do you think about this? I'm Solomon Thomas. If I can get a third-round pick for him, I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick up Raekwon in round 2. Shh, don't tell anybody I told you. I don't want to get beat up.
Well, I don't really know who that is. Who is he?
Raekwon Davis, that's a monster. I tell you, I think they're sleeping on him. He's slated to go probably in round 2. If I could get a second-round pick or a third-round pick of Raekwon, I keep thinking Raekwon's got that attitude, that beast in him that I got a feeling can't be contained. Because you're not going to get Javon Kinlaw. You're not going to get Kinlaw. And that dude Brown, I think his name is Brown, you're not going to get him. But Raekwon, it could be the guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to look him up. I got to look at this guy. Raekwon what?
Davis.
What was that?
I think it's Raekwon Davis.
Raekwon Davis. Okay, I'll look him up.
It's not Ray. It's A-R-A. Yeah, Raekwon Davis. I got a feeling something about him. Watching him play.
I hope so.
He plays like, you know how like real beasts play? He's that kind of mentality. This dude.
Like a Nick Bosa kind of? Like that
a little bit, but maybe not as skilled. Let me see. Yeah, Raekwon. Mark Espinosa says, Davis, he says fast as hell and size. Yeah, he's a battering ram out there. I got a feeling about him. So, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully, we get lucky in those picks, We pick up those dimes as we've been so far.
Because, Carlos, there's so many good picks this year.
I just want to mention,
go ahead.
Before we go, I just want to mention it's my wife's birthday today.
Oh! Don't tell me this. It's Courtney's birthday?
Courtney's birthday, yeah.
Allow me to tune it up. Me. Happy birthday, Niner style. Happy birthday to Courtney. Happy Niner! Birthday to
I
Courtney.
love it. Thank you, Ronbo.
You welcome, Courtney. hey, let me know when my league's birthday comes up too. I'm ready. Hey, so anyway, Carlos, yeah, man, I think we're trading out of the first round. I don't know. It could be 13 and 31. Nobody wants to believe 13. I got a feeling 31 is out of here. So
31?
For it. Yeah, they got to trade that. There's no need for 31. Who are we going to get at 31? If you get 31 so close to the second round, you may as well trade it. You know?
I'll be happy whatever they do, man. I'm have a station, so
yeah,
I'll be happy whatever they do.
We'll probably see a name. Who is that? And then like Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, George Kittle. All of a sudden we say, who that now? We know who he is now. Woo! Gotta trust these guys. Okay, Carlos, we gotta go. I'll see Courtney in my lead later, all right?
All right, Ronbo. Thank you again, Ronbo.
Hey, my pleasure. Happy birthday, Courtney. Bye, guys. All right, you too.
All right, bye.
Hey, I'm on Kay Hendricks. Come on in, Kay.
Yo.
Kay, man.
Hello?
Kay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Ronbo. What's
up?
How you feeling today, man?
Oh, I'm feeling awesome. You know, as soon as I got that news, man, the Cali's starting to do really well. I said, oh, yeah, all right. Yes, bring our old world back, please. So West Coast, Washington's doing all right. New York is starting to see a little improvement, you know. A little improvement is better than nothing, but no more growth. And that was, Jesus, that virus. So anyway, things are getting better, little by little. All right, let's see what it looks like next week. But meanwhile, Kay Hendricks, 49ers, man, John and Kyle talk about, man, if people think we're going to keep 2 first-round picks, boy, they're going to have their feelings hurt. Kay, what do you think is going to happen?
Rumble, I don't care what the media is saying, man. I don't think we get rid of that 13th pick. And
probably not.
If John, John Lynch is smart, man. If you get rid of that 13th pick, we better get something back. We ain't about to get rid of that 13th pick for some grocery bags and a bag of chips. But if they, I think what they're gonna do is, they're gonna keep that 13, get whoever's most elite and the best at that position during that pick, and they're gonna trade that 31st pick.
One question on that 13 though. Does that mean you say BPA, right? Not necessarily a wide receiver? Because what if offensive lineman worse falls down to 13? There's Ruggs, Judy, and Lamb.
Oh, I think they're going to take Ruggs, man. I think, and I got a feeling, Ronbo, you know how this past previous season, we was a run-first team. I think we're going to go ahead and convert to a pass-first team, man, especially to get Ruggs. The reason why I think they got their eyes on Ruggs, man, because it's speed, man.
I do, too.
Speed.
He's my choice.
That kid ain't dropped no passes, and if you look at his mechanics, man, that kid can play. And I don't think a lot of people talking about Ruggs enough. Yeah, he's short, but
and the 49ers ain't saying nothing about him either. That tells you something too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's a lot of speeches on the team. And I'm gonna tell you, man, I got a feeling Jet McKinnon gonna have a good year, man. And if he come off good off that ankle in training camp and they see him performing good, I think Brady gonna pack his bags, man. I think gonna let that man go.
Yeah.
I don't think there's gonna be too much about that.
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday. I'm pretty sure that's the case.
And I was thinking last night, man, if we do get Lamb, he comes from the Big 12, so like I don't think he played against any, tough competition down in the trenches like that. So if he come in the NFC West, that's just something that's gonna take months to adjust to. So I think we should go ahead and get Ruggs, man.
Yeah. Because them SEC players, man, they see Lamb and they say, this that dude that did all right in the Big 12. Hey, we'll show you about how you play SEC football. And here he falls. Okay.
And I'm getting tired of people talking about Kinlaw, man. I don't want no D lineman at with 13th pick, Ronbo. I'm sorry.
I know. A lot of people don't.
We already have a good enough D line. Yeah, we lost Buckner, but that's what a rotation is for. I don't see why we got people,
got us taking Kinlaw with the 13th pick. He probably wanted to be available with the 13th. That's if he's even worth the top 10. Yeah, he's a good defensive tackle, a good defensive player, but I don't think we should get him, Ronbo. I think we should go all offense. And maybe with the 31st pick, or if we trade back, then we get a defensive player. And I think if we do get defense, we should get a top corner. I don't think we should get Javon Kinlaw or Derek. I really don't, Ronbo.
Yeah,
I think we should stick with the plan, get a wideout, so we can let Jimmy improve.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think Kinlaw. I have to worry about Kinlaw at 13. I can't imagine that. Not with the Jaguars, and there's another team that's looking hardcore. Even somebody said the Cardinals are looking for somebody to help them out on that defensive line. They need an offensive lineman as well. Cardinals need a lineman in the first round. We'll see.
Man, I'm just praying that they don't pull no shocker and end up drafting a wide receiver, because that's gonna mess. Well, it's not gonna mess everything up, but it's just gonna confuse a lot of things, man. I just hope everything goes right. And the reason why I'm saying we should get a receiver, because right now I understand we got Debo and Kendrick Bourne, but I don't consider them wide receiver ones. I really don't. They're good. They're talented. They're good. Yeah. They're still growing. But right now, Kittle is our number one target. We need a wide receiver one that's gonna silence the stadium when we need. You know what I'm talking about, Ronbo?
Yeah.
If we get Ruggs, that's that type of guy.
I know, right?
A stadium silencer.
But see, Ruggs, what he does, not only that, with that speed, he comes in singing as soon as he walks on the field. All right, stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you used to. See, because you cannot sit back and relax with him on the field. This is what I want. I agree.
That's what I was telling you the other evening. That's what I was telling you the other night, Ronbo. You cannot just play against Ruggs without no game plan. This is somebody you have to constantly game plan for.
Yeah, I like that.
Imagine those jet sweeps, man.
Everything he does. If he goes out long and got that trail of smoke behind him, he's bringing safeties with him. I love it. Yes.
Oh, most definitely. People will see when we get him. Cause I don't know, man. We need a wide out with the 13th pick. And if none of the wide outs available, we should go corner. Simple as that. I don't think we should get Kinlaw.
Is that your choice? Go corner with number 13?
Yep. Because I don't think we're gonna keep the 31st pick. I don't know where everybody getting the trading 13th pick from. I think we're gonna get rid of that 31st pick.
Oh yeah.
Because for us to just be in the Super Bowl like a few months ago, and then we ended up with the 13th pick. You gotta think, man. That's a finesse. A lot of teams don't end up with a top pick that high. That's rare in this day and age.
After coming off, a position we just came out of. But we paid. We got rid of Buck, and that, Kerry, good stuff. I love your observations. So, hey, Thursday, be back, all right?
Almost definitely.
All right, fam. Have a good night. Kay Hendricks. Hey, Kay, how's school going, by the way? How you like the place? I never asked you about that.
It's going good, man. It's going good.
You like the campus,
man,
huh?
but I love the campus. But man, they're gonna end up extending this stay-at-home thing if people don't stay inside, man. We got a lot of people out here barbecuing, riding on dirt bikes.
Don't get me started on them. All right. Okay, they're going to have to behave soon. All right, fam. I'll see you Thursday.
Oh, most definitely. All right, Ronbo.
Hey, 49er Brian Duncan doing, fam. It's with the uncertainty of Hurd, Pettis, and Goodwin. Sorry, Ronbo, we must draft a wide receiver 13. I agree. But maybe not at 13? I'm saying maybe you drop down a few places just to pick up some draft capital. Because that 13th pick will pick you up a second round and a third round and don't even need to be late. Then you go down to 31, and you still get your first round pick, but maybe I got to check out, see who's at 20. Maybe 20 is too deep, huh? 13? Maybe 18. I don't know. We'll see. IB's got the answer. IB, what's up, fam?
Ronbo, what's up?
The dudes they stirred me up, fam. I'm reading Kyle and John thinking, I said, look at these dudes, man. And normally they set everybody up and send them off like you got your dogs out there chasing down the criminal. And what do? You throw some pepper over here on the ground, you walk down the river instead of walking on the path, throw the dog's scent off, right? John is doing this every year, but he might not be playing this time. They just talk about improving the team. They don't care what it takes.
Man, I look at it like this, man. We went, 6-10, 4-12, 13-3, right? Got to the Super Bowl. Last year, we wasn't expecting to get to the Super Bowl, but we got to the Super Bowl.
We did.
So this draft, I think we all gotta agree what we all been saying. It's just so many pieces that's popping up that we don't know what we want to pick, but we need to stick to what we were saying. All we need to do is honestly stay with the one pick in the first round, trade the 31, grab a second, a third, or a fourth, and all them fifth round picks, I say we let one of them go too, because all we need is a couple pieces. And it doesn't. And I personally don't think we're gonna sit around and wait to see who's there at 13. And I don't believe that we sit around and wait for anything past the fourth round. Honestly, we grab the defensive tackles that we need. We need a cornerback. We grab him in the second round. You know what I'm saying? I think we need Ruggs. We need Ruggs at 13, and I don't think we play around and wait to see if he's at 13.
Right.
We trade a 2021 pick and get up to 10 for it. I'm pretty sure we can get it. You know. I mean, I look at Lamb. Lamb is cool, but Lamb is what 6'2.5", runs a 4.5. He can't get over the top. Okay, he's a possession. He's a possession receiver, but he can't get over the top. We don't need that. We need something to spread and stretch the field out. And what we gonna pay all this money to Kittle if we gonna cloud the middle? We gotta go somebody that's gonna go over the top.
I mean, let's just amplify on that point just a minute, just to show the depth of what you're talking about. Because here's the thing: if I got Debo, George Kittle, and Kendrick Bourne can work the middle of the field as well, why do I need to add another guy who can work the middle of the field? That goes for Jerry Jeudy. That goes for Lamb.
Right.
Yeah,
it's going to be hard for Jeudy to come into our system and stretch it. I think Jeudy is tough, but then I think we have to kind of work our way. We have to implement Jeudy. I think if we get somebody who's quick, fast, and already has his own dynamics, like Ruggs, then we can just throw him in our package and let him take the outside, throw him in the inside here and there. What is it, a slant here, a post there, and he's gone. You know what I'm saying?
And if I got Trent Taylor, Ruggs becomes even more important. Because I got Taylor can work the middle of the field. I got a bunch of guys that could already work the middle of the field. So why do I need another one? Give me the guy that keeps the DC up all night before they play the 49ers, trying to figure out what to do. They see? That's what Ruggs brings to the table.
And insurance on our defense. We need another corner, and we need a defensive tackle that can come in immediately and rotate. We don't need somebody that's going to demand starting. I mean, Kinlaw and all of this. I mean, even Brown. If we bring these people in, we talking about people that are starting.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Starting over DJ. They're not starting over DJ. I don't care how fresh you coming out of college, bro. You're 6'8". I mean, all of it's appealing. Look, you got Raekwon Davis. You got a bunch of guys that's appealing, but they not going to do what our defense is doing.
I know. I got Raekwon picking him up in the second or third round. I ain't giving no fifth-year pick on him. He ain't going to get no first-round money this year. He could get some next time if he could prove it. Yeah.
Right. I'll play with the fifth round and the sixth round pick if we're talking about a tight end later on in the draft or something like that. But you know, people talking about drafting a quarterback and all. Come on, man. First, I thought we was just tripping about a default. Now we talking about a quarterback. Come on, what is we talking about?
I think Raul, you got to tell me, man. Where'd you get that from, man? I got to look that up. I don't know where that got started. I can't imagine 49ers picking up a quarterback. We have three, and we need other needs way above a quarterback.
Before I go though, what do you think about Lynn Bowden? What do you think about him? Because we haven't seen a Wildcat really yet. You know what I'm saying? So is that something that we really want to play with?
What name did you say?
Lynn Bowden Jr. From
I've heard this. I've not checked him out yet, so I can't really give you anything.
The kid is dynamic. He's what, like 6 foot? I know Dre and them guys know about him. He's like 6 foot. He's actually a receiver, but he don't play quarterback last year. He don't, you know what I'm saying? The kid plays running back. He runs back.
He's one of those
does it all.
Taysom Hill
he's
type
a Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I don't know if you know what I'm saying. They say Lynch was looking at him. That's another dynamic there though. But I don't know.
Lynch. I think he's gaming us, IB. Lynch be playing. Lynch, John does weird things, knowing he's getting that attention. John probably looked around to see if anybody noticed. Hey, I'm John Lynch.
Well, we never bring up their extension, man. Lynch and we that's another extension we should be talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lynch and Kyle. We trying to get them for another 2-3 more years.
4. I want to get about 10 years run with the 49ers.
Exactly.
Jed York, we're talking to you. We got to go. I mean, let me see you Thursday.
I appreciate you, Ronbo.
Thanks, fam. Appreciate you. Have a good night.
You too.
Yeah, you know what, Jed York has got to. Shay, come on in, Shay.
Yo, Ronbo.
Shay,
how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fabulous, man. Because you know, the light at the end of the tunnel looks like it's barely peeking through the crack. Gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like things are getting better.
First of all, I just want to point out, I don't know who that last caller was, but man, he took the words right out of my mouth, man.
IB, IB.
That is definitely. Yeah, IB, whatever. Yeah, man, that man was spot on. He literally, I was going to talk about that. Like, that Ruggs feature can give you that Curry effect, like you see on the basketball court, that spacing that I think will allow Kittle or, like, allows Clay to, get these good looks. It will allow Kittle to get these good looks, but also Debo. Like, I just feel like the Ruggs factor. And I guess a call or two before, like, I've already said this. Like, this is why I kind of switched from Jerry Jeudy, who I think is the most polished route receiver, but again, you can teach Ruggs how to run better routes, but you can't teach Jeudy how to get 4.27 speed. You just can't.
And by the way,
that's something that the kid was born with. That's God-given talent.
They're saying Ruggs' route running ability is way underrated, so that's a good thing. But go ahead.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, Ruggs is not by far like the worst route runner I've seen. I think that's why I don't think anybody's talking about KJ Hamler, who also was another burner type receiver. But KJ Hamler just doesn't. I don't think
no routes at all.
He doesn't run as good enough, or at least as much of the route tree as Ruggs can. I think that's exactly why Ruggs is the more better burner or the more better speedster guy that's being more talked about. I think KJ Hamler is going to be a good wide receiver. He's going to take the top off of a defense too. But I just think Ruggs gives you more bang for your buck. But yeah, like what that caller was just saying, just the spacing effect. I mean, I'm telling you, Kittle could go for 1,500 yards just because he's like, finally, I have somebody to, and like he was saying, like we like to target. The Niners are the most. Jimmy Garoppolo is the most accurate, and he throws the most targets in between the middle of the field, between the numbers of the hash marks. He does. And if you can have Ruggs take pressure off of that, so you won't have, like, for instance, if they're running a cover 3, the safety won't cheat in the middle of the field. He'll have to protect Ruggs just in case his cornerback gets burnt, and that leaves Kittle one-on-one with whoever. And I'm taking my money on Kittle 9 times out of 10 being the best tight end in the league every time. So you know what I mean? Like he explained it to a T, and I just feel like exactly. I think Ruggs is someone that will just help Kyle's offense just flourish. I think Jeudy can too, but the other guy, what Dion was talking about, CeeDee Lamb. Listen, I think CeeDee Lamb's a good prospect, and I think he's a good wide receiver, but I don't think he's the best wide receiver in this. It's the two dudes from Alabama by far. CeeDee Lamb plays in a QB spread, a wide receiver spread system where a lot of it is dink and dunk, 5 to 10 yard screen passes in that system. And also, if you look at Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray were both the number 1 pick in 2 years draft in a row. That they're obviously good enough quarterbacks in the NFL. So, well, at least Kyler Murray is, and Baker Mayfield had a decent rookie season, but they've shown that they can play in the NFL, I guess. But that's what I'm saying. Like he had 2 great quarterbacks that were throwing him the ball, or at least putting up great numbers in college. That really helped. I know Tua is a decent quarterback too, but you know what I'm saying? Like he's been dealing with injuries, and they have Jalen Hurts and all that stuff. So I think I would put my money on both Jeudy and Ruggs as better wide receiver prospects going forward. But No, yeah, Ronbo, like you said, if anything, I would move up for Ruggs. I think the Niners should just
don't
go
listen.
all in
If
on
you
Ruggs.
want him, go get him. Exactly. So
Go get him.
yeah.
We have the capital to get him. Like, you know what I'm saying? We have what it takes to get him. If you could do like if the Jets, like we could trade in front of the Jets. Yeah, probably not the Raiders because like Raiders are fucking. I hate Raiders. I'm sorry, Ron, but yeah, sorry the language. But we could deal with the Jets. Like, hey, Jets, give us your second, and we'll swap first, our 13th. Give us your second and maybe your fourth, and we'll give you our first and 31st. We'll take your spot. We'll move up 3 spots. We'll grab Ruggs. You guys can grab the tackle for what's his face for Sam Darnold, and then we'll have their second and then their fourth. But we won't have a third. But then we'll at least move up, though.
Exactly. And close that deal just to make the deal breaker could be, and we'll throw Dante Pettis in.
Yeah, no, that's actually great. Because Dante Pettis is actually going to be their best wide receiver. We could actually, matter of fact, we could get their, actually, Ronbo, hold on real quick. Let's stay on this Jets thing. I would say we give them the 31st and our first for their second, third, and fourth, and then we'll give them Goodwin and Pettis, and we'll draft Ruggs, and then we'll get their second and third. We'll give them Goodwin and Pettis and their first.
Look at you dealing. That's what I'm talking about. Make it work.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. And then they can get Donald. Then they can have the 2 better wide receivers. Because remember, the only wide receivers that are on the Jets roster right now are Quincy Enunwa and Jamison Crowder. That's it. Those are the only 2 notable names.
See,
because they don't have Robbie Anderson. So if you give them Goodwin and Pettis, that's like okay. Now they got
speed.
They got
you got a route runner. You just got to You got to feed him more raw meat or something, so he can grow a little hair.
Yeah.
And now you ready to roll. So yeah, I like it.
We ready to roll. I like it. All right, Ronbo. Well, thank you, brother.
Thanks, Phil.
Shout out to my TNT brothers, Will, Dre, Trey, Big Show, Jerry Fresh, Russo, Trez, all my guys. Ronbo, thank you again, brother, for giving us the platform.
Hey.
And we'll see you when you get back on, brother.
Appreciate it, fam.
Be safe.
Hey, I'll see you Thursday. All right. Night, Shay.
All right.
I just wonder how many of us would do a deal that we'd either throw in, because I've already traded Solomon Thomas and for a third-round pick. And Dante Pettis, just like Shay was just talking about, throw him into a deal, sweeten the pot. Now, you got to be careful with these names because you throw those names in there, and the GM on the phone said, "Now, listen, don't make a fool out of me. John, come on, man. You want to make this deal or not?" I was just kidding, you know. Phil, come on in, Phil. Chill,
hey,
Phil.
Ronbo.
Phil. Well, Phil.
For the last caller, I have one thing to say. The Raiders aren't trading with us.
I know, right?
The Giants aren't trading with us.
Did Shay say something about the Raider trade? I think he said take it in person. But go ahead.
There's certain teams out there that will not trade with us.
No, you're right. The Giants and the Raiders, it's a tradition. They don't trade with us.
So, yeah, it ain't going to happen. To me, I think John Lynch is...
Phil, hold on just a second. If you want to call in, you'll need the Ronbo Sports app. It's free. Download that. We got all the information on how to call in on the Ronbo Sports app, all right? Check that out. All right. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Phil.
Well, I lost my train of thought.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anyway, yeah.
I kept seeing people asking how to call in. Okay.
And the other thing is we're not trading. I don't think we're trading back at 13.
Okay.
The only team that has the capital to do that, to trade up to us, is Miami at 18 because they've got a fairly high second round that they can do.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, Atlanta, Dallas, Tampa Bay, all those teams don't have the capital to trade up to us, and I don't think we're going to trade back to get in the 20ers because it's just
because Miami's pretty much your only potential partner.
Yes, at 13.
Okay.
Now at 31, there's a few, but again, you got to have someone that's willing to dance.
I know.
It's a crapshoot.
Phil,
so don't count on it.
You can start dangling players, Phil. Who do you? Matty B's accessible. He's if I say I would give you Matty B.
Matty B's there. Marquise is there.
Yep.
I don't see Pettis because we take the hit financially, whether we trade him or not.
You know what, though? Even if it's a hit, how much do you know? How much money is involved in that, Phil?
A couple mil.
Okay, you know what? I would take that hit just so I could replace a better player on my roster. And I got a feeling just about anybody I pick up is going to be better than Dante.
It depends.
Yeah.
It depends, but you are taking a $2 million hit.
Yeah. It's a lot.
You know, you just got to think those things through. But it's still, you got to have two people to dance.
Yeah. No,
and it's not going to always be there. So we may be picking at 13 and 31 and get the best players available. But, you know, I just and the other thing is I think Lynch is playing you like a fiddle.
I know. He does every year. I try. My guy's
because I
good.
think what he's doing is he's dangling out there for other teams to give him calls just to see if there's deals out there. But they don't have to take it.
The guy is good.
You know, but they're just putting the thing out there to say, okay, give me a call. But you know, I'm still for Judy. You know, people say, oh God, over the middle. Judy's fast too. She ran a 4.4. So
no, Phil, he is. He's not slow. He runs great route. Judy is the best all-around wide receiver, no doubt about it. But does he fit the
Judy
49ers'
was the
needs?
number one receiver on Alabama. Ruggs was number 3.
Well, that's
on
because
Alabama.
that's because Ruggs, they had two different jobs. I don't know. When I say that, I mean Ruggs. If Judy wasn't there, would Ruggs be assigned in a different fashion? If I got a guy that runs that fast, Phil, I'm not going to have him run around the middle of the field. I'm going to have him terrorizing that.
True, but I'm just saying. But Judy was their number one receiver on Alabama.
Oh, yeah? I got no argument for you there.
So they're on the same team. But CeeDee Lamb, here's the thing. CeeDee Lamb had numbers, but he didn't have to compete against anybody.
No.
You know, Ruggs, Smith, and Judy were all sharing numbers on a team that was stacked with players.
And in the
CeeDee
SEC.
Lamb was the only receiver for Oklahoma. So he got big numbers. And he's playing against lesser defense.
Yeah.
So
I need to see some film with
I'm
Bama playing.
I would be happy with Ruggs. I would be happy with Judy.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of CeeDee Lamb. I just, you know, I think he's limited. But everybody thinks he's the best receiver.
Right,
I don't know
for the
why.
49ers.
I look at tape.
You know, I don't understand that. I still want to. I want to watch Bama against FS. What's the Louisiana?
The other thing that
What's he Louisiana school?
The other thing that concerns
LSU.
me about Ruggs, though, is Jimmy G's not the best deep ball thrower. He's not. You know, he's not a big, strong arm. He's a guy that's going to throw over the middle. He's going to throw, you know, shorter passes.
But you know what? You can't, even if I'm on defense, so I can't take a chance on Jimmy missing that deep shot. He's liable to get that right soon.
Well, I'm just saying he's
Sanders
not the
did
best
pretty
deep
good with
thrower
that.
in the league. He's not the best deep thrower in the league.
And it's not something Kyle likes to do a lot anyway. But the thing is, if I got that kid doing that, the defense now has to respect that. That's no matter what. That's the thing.
I just got a gut feeling if Judy's there because Kyle loves route runners.
Yeah. Well, we're going to find out.
And he's got speed, too. And he checks off all the boxes.
No, you'll never get any argument about Judy's skills. So, Phil, we did run the clock out. I'll see you Thursday.
You know, the only other thing is I think we need a corner, number 2. Defensive line, you know, I think we're good there. We got plenty of bodies there.
We'll continue Thursday. But I agree with all that.
All right, man.
All right, Phil. Good night.
Oh, I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye.
Yeah, Phil's got good points. And by the way, let me make one thing clear. I have not a thing bad to say about Judy. I'm just saying, as his skill set applies, between Judy and Ruggs, which guy will the 49ers benefit from the most? And the argument from there takes off. But my whole perspective is, and a lot of people who want Ruggs, is saying him on the field changes the dynamic of the defense and dramatically. People are going to challenge Judy because he's not going to run off and leave them. Ruggs will run off and leave you. If you're going to stand around there, you're going to get beat. And no matter how bad Jimmy G is, He's got nothing but space out there between Ruggs and the defense. He put that ball in the end zone in the Super Bowl because he was about to be killed. He just let it fly. His arm is not weak. Now, accuracy is another story, but Jimmy G can put the ball in the end zone. Well, we'll see. But anyway, Shaleo.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Actually, man, as Phil says, John Lynch has clowned me again for the fourth year in a row. Every year, John Lynch says things with that big grin on his face, and he starts every sentence with, "I can tell you," and he goes on and on. I believe him. And then later on, I realized I was a chump. Hey, Mr. Leo, good to hear from you. That means you're doing fine. How are you feeling about this situation?
Oh, how I'm feeling is, how about them cowgirls? How about them lambs? How about them seacocks? And most importantly, how about them Oakland, Las Vegas Trader Raider Joes?
Actually, I wait for you, man. I'll be waiting for that, man. That just does me. God. But Shaleo, man, I got to tell you, man, I think 13, probably
before we start,
right.
Rumbo, I apologize if I cussed or anything like that. You know, I get really passionate. You know,
no, I know.
Some players, you know,
I just want us to all
off.
realize we got to kind of keep it under control. We got youngsters watching. We don't want to be. We don't have to be role models, but we don't want to be the guys that they talk like that on Ronbo's show. As some mom is saying, "Where did you learn to talk like that?" You know, oh, right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
But
okay.
You know what, Rumbo? The Raiders picking up baggage. Oh my goodness, from the Cowgirls, man. They're picking up baggage.
The Raiders
they're picking up their baggage.
Who they pick up?
They picked up the Lambs' baggage and a couple of Cowgirls' baggage.
See, you're signing all these guys. I don't understand what. Well, most, you know what? Actually, a lot of teams cannot build through the draft. They just don't know how to do it. The 49ers are very good at it. The Patriots are good at it. Only a few teams. Green Bay is good at it. There's only a few teams that can do it with any amount of success. So you start paying all your money out to a bunch of mercenaries. That is stupid football. We used to do it to some degree.
And you know what, Rumbo? I don't think Raiders might get a wide receiver because last year they tricked us. Everyone thought they were going to get Josh Allen.
And they got Cleveland.
And they turned him down. They got that guy from Clemson.
Cleveland Farrell.
I know his name. Yeah, Cleveland Farrell.
He ain't. Cleveland's okay.
I mean, they make boneheaded decisions like that. So you never know. They might go for another player in the draft.
Well, Jay Realistic says they're going to pick up a punter. In the first round.
I hope they do.
The whole draft. Time out, because everybody, we got to laugh for a few minutes on this one. What did you do, Raiders? Oh, but yeah.
And with the Jets, they might pick up a offensive tackle.
Yeah, that's what most people feel they should. And the Raiders need secondary
I've been doing
help.
some of these mock drafts. It's been changing over time, but you know, I've been seeing them get an offensive tackle. That gives us a good opportunity to pick up one of those three wide receivers.
Everybody says Jerry Jeudy. He may as well start looking for a place in Vegas. Every mock has Jeudy with the Raiders. Lamb is going to the 49ers. What? Everybody agrees with that? Except for one guy from the NFL Network.
One of the scouts said this week, today actually, he said that I read on it on Bleacher. They said that CeeDee Lamb, if he goes to the Niners, is more like a D-Hop.
I read that article. Yeah. What? Really? So
if that's the case, that's a plus.
Well, if they're accurate, you know.
If they're accurate, yeah, that's true.
So, man,
and if that's the case, that's good for us. If it pans out.
Yeah, George Kittle. You know what? George Kittle encompasses a lot when you're thinking about what you want to put around him. He's the guy. So you want to put guys around him that are going to accentuate what he does, right? Debo does it beautifully. Goodwin used to do it marvelously as well. You put certain guys around him, and there's no telling what George Kittle's going to do to a team if you put the right pieces around him. This is something you have to be very careful about. If you're looking to make a star out of a wide receiver by bringing him in, may not be the right thing.
We wouldn't have needed a wide receiver if Pettis wasn't, being a kitty cat, and Goodwin has female tendencies a little bit,
We mention him every show. Everybody does, at least for one reason or another.
I mean, it wouldn't have happened. We wouldn't have needed a wide receiver.
Look how he looked in his first year. Chaleo, he was lights out.
If he played like that his second year, we wouldn't even be talking about this. We wouldn't have been talking about trading that pick to get rid of Buckner and get that 13th pick. We wouldn't have been talking about that. But now, we traded and we're going to get a wide receiver. In my opinion, we're going to get one of those top three. I don't care any one of them. Personally, I like Judy. I think Judy is a good route runner that can help.
He's excellent.
This team.
Yeah.
And I've been talking to a lot of Chargers fans because we picked up Travis Benjamin, and they said that guy likes to drop a lot of passes.
I read all that. People do not like him, and I says, you know what, boy.
I haven't asked him if he's a good kick returner. Doesn't he kick?
That's what he supposedly does. Yeah. Matt, my uncle says he's not going to get out of training camp. So there you go. He hasn't had a good season in 3 years.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe for kick return or punt return, but if he's dropping those balls, no way.
Shaleel, the only reason he's in the only reason with Santa Clara is because Kyle worked with him, I think, in Cleveland, and he did a good job back then.
Hopefully, he could turn him around.
Maybe
we'll have to see preseason, but we got a lot of receivers too. We don't even know of Sean Poindexter.
Well, he ACL, right? Now, I wonder what he's going to look like. It takes a long time to get over that and get back to normal.
Even Jalen Hurd.
Now, see, there's a guy. There is the biggest question mark on that team. So let's talk more about that Thursday. But there it is, Jalen Hurd.
Thank you for the platform. Shout out to the Niner Empire. You have a good night, Ronbo.
Thanks, fam. Shaleo, looking forward to Thursday. How about them Lambs? Thanks, Shaleo.
See you Thursday. How about them Lambs, Lou?
Straight garbage. And where is Rudy? Why won't he come back and visit sometime? He can at least come by and say hi. Does he know where? Rudy, we're worried about you. Come over and say hi or something so we know you're okay. Hey, Jay. Rudy. Jay, come on in, man. We were just sitting here. We were sitting there laughing at Dante and Rudy and out in L.A. and, Hey, but Jay, seriously, the draft maybe not what we expect as we get toward that date because the 49ers, and like Phil says, I'm drinking the John Lynch Kool-Aid. John's talking like, man, y'all can forget about them first-round picks. I'm leaving there. I want picks. I love me some picks. Kyle Shanahan said we don't be thinking 1 to 31 and then stop thinking. We think beyond and what else we can do to improve this club. Jay, we're dealing with two guys that are really guys that think outside the box. What do you think is going to happen 13 and 31? I guess you can discount. Ain't nobody trading 13. None of us. But 31 is out of here.
Ain't no reason. What you going to trade Depot for than trade that draft capital you just got from Depot? That don't make sense. Unless you're getting the 18 and the 26 from Miami, ain't no reason to trade that 13.
Yeah. No, because you can get some more picks, but you went down too far if you go past 18. Yeah, yes. And ain't nobody got no capital.
But they can trade that 31 as long as they get like a third round, a second and a third, or
and that's what they want. Exactly what they want. They don't want to go first day and don't talk again for 2-3 days.
Nah. They see a lot of little talent they can get out here, like a tight end, an extra corner. They looking at everybody that they bringing in is like, third round or later prospects for real.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I see. Everybody they bringing in, and like as far as the wide receivers concerned, Henry Ruggs, I think that's their number one choice.
But after that, I take CD Lamb. I don't know what everybody watching, but go watch CD Lamb. I mean Oklahoma versus LSU. They play all game.
Oh.
CD Lamb been the number one receiver on his team since he's been at first. Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, and Jalen Hurts. Since he's been there. And the year before last, they had Marquise Brown. And CD Lamb still was the man. And number one, and he had the most plays over 25 yards last year.
I heard his yak is crazy.
So, I don't see why they saying, and he ran a 4.51. D'Angelo Hopkins ran a 4.57. Now who wouldn't want a D-Hop on their team? And you can't say D-Hop don't go deep.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. It's and scheme wise, Kyle will get him out there. I gotta admit to that.
Oh yeah, and if you watch the tape, if you actually watch him play instead of watching just highlights, you see he go deep too. What I mean? For myself personally, looking at all the receivers, he the only one string superstar to me. So Lamb, I mean Rose, he's like a Tyreek. He might give you 2 good big plays a game, but and Judy alright, but he like Cooper. He gonna drop some big plays, so he might make a couple, but he don't string superstar. When I watch Lamb in the game, I ain't talking about highlights. I'm talking about games. It doesn't look like superstar to me.
No, you ain't getting no argument. He's one of the top 3, so.
Yeah, but I don't see why people doubting his skills. Like
Conference. Yeah, him playing at Oklahoma. Yeah.
Everybody don't come from the SEC.
I know. There's some good. You're right. We give too much credit to the SEC. I'm one of the worst ones too. I give SEC's defense all the credit in the world. I say LSU's got the best secondary you can find. If I could have a farm club between Bama and LSU, I'd be the happiest man in the world. But
Yeah, but like I said, go watch that championship. It was a championship. It was a playoff game. LSU and Oklahoma. Lamb got his man to get them top points. You know what I mean? So if that's the case, that case closed right there.
Did Lamb beat up on Delpit?
That was a safety, but he beat up on Stingley, the top freshman corner they had, and what's his name? Bolton. He beat up on both of them.
Well, you got me. I mean, because I've never seen him play. But from what you're saying, if he dealt with LSU, I got to give him props. That's a job.
I see superstar coming from that man right there.
Right. Because everybody, you're in the majority of thinking. Mock drafts everywhere say Lamb, 13th pick, San Francisco 49ers. One after another, everywhere. Lamb. I say, damn, I guess it's Lamb.
Yeah. That's only if Ruggs not there. That's the only way they're going to do that.
What?
If Ruggs there, that's definitely Kyle Shanahan's pick.
Okay, so you know what I'm saying then. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's about... Jay? Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? Bring that speed, bring that Tyreek Hill. He's dangerous at any point, especially with Kyle Shanahan teaming up there.
Jay, great stuff as always. We're going to go, and I'll be back Thursday. Drive safely out there, Jay.
You already know. Have a blessed night, Rambo. Have a blessed night, people. Bang, bang, nine again.
Boy, I love when he does that, Jay. Boy, have a good night, Jay. Jay's out there doing his Willie Nelson on the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Hey, Jay. Hey, Lee.
Yo, what up, Ronbo?
Lee, the shift in thinking is underway. Now, I kind of think you probably already were aware of the fact that 31 is definitely not going to be a part of the 49ers draft future. But you listen to John and Kyle, these guys are open to anything. Jay just pointed out something that's very clear, too. Who the 49ers going to trade 13 to? There's nobody to trade to. So, it's interesting to see. If we lose both 13 and 31, are you going to be okay with that?
No, I'd rather keep 13, Ronbo, because if one of the top receivers there, I want to get him, I said from day one, the guy, the scheme fit is Henry Ruggs. It's funny because everyone's switching from Judy now. I know Phil still likes him, but remember I said to you, and I think you like Ruggs too. Is he
I
your
love
favorite of
Ruggs.
the three?
If I had my choice, Ruggs would be on his way, checking in. Well, he can't fly, drive. Wherever somebody go drive him wherever he is to Santa Clara. I'm taking Ruggs right now. But yeah.
Yeah, well, remember we said he's the scheme fit. He's the guy that can stretch the field. He pushes the safeties back. He leaves the underneath stuff, for Debo and Kittle. They make it easy for whoever's in the slot, as well as our tight end, And that's the thing. He's the scheme guy. He's the guy that Carl wanted probably when he signed Goodwin,
Yep.
And with Goodwin,
he did.
likely on the outer, that's the scheme pick. I told you I'm cool with that pick. I told you I liked Lamb. Lamb's a baller. I didn't care what nobody says, Ronbo. He is the most complete wide receiver, so I'm happy with that pick too. If you ask me who has the best hands out of the three, it's Lamb. Who has the best yak? It's Lamb. Who's the best at a contested catch? Who's the best in the red zone? It's Lamb.
Oh.
People will say, but Lamb's not as good, Ronbo, because he played in that Oklahoma offense, okay? He played on the outside and he lined up in the slot too, and he brought on either Ronbo, okay?
Diversity.
And people say it's not
diversity.
A pro-style
That's
offense.
5 attributes right there. If you was making a case for him,
Coach Ronbo, if you go ask his coach, it's funny now because a lot of people are starting to not realize that, that he is the most complete. You go ask his coach, he said it doesn't matter. We lined him up on the outside and we used him in these certain routes, but he can run every route. You can put him anywhere. He said whatever team drafts him, you're getting a day one, number one wide receiver straight away. Okay, and one of the best things I liked about him over the other two was you can smash him, Ronbo, and he comes up with the ball and he shakes it off and he's like, is that all you got? Is that all you got? You know what I mean? That's the kind of receiver I want, and that's why I really liked Lamb from the moment I seen him on tape. He's a dog, and he's 6'2". He's bigger than any receiver we got, and he can do it all. But yeah, Ruggs is the scheme guy. But if you ask me, Lamb is money in the bank. I went and seen
Jay Realistic is sold.
Judy the other day, Ronbo.
Yeah,
he was training with Antonio Brown. He couldn't catch a ball. He was beating people on his route, and then he dropped 4 in a row, and I was like, I don't want you, bro. You need to hang on to the ball. It's all good having good routes, but if you ain't got hands to match the routes, then I'm sorry, but you ain't the guy that I want.
Yeah,
I want the consistent guy.
Yeah, no drops, please. There's nothing that lets the air out of a sail and watching a perfectly ran, and Jimmy puts the ball right where it's supposed to be, and the guy drops the ball. It makes you just want to shout.
Well, we've seen it with Pettis. He had that little shake and he could lose his receiver, and then
every
he gets
time
a moment where he had to catch the ball. Someone come here, take his eyes off the ball, and he'd be too scared, to take the hit.
Focus
and
on what you're doing.
I need a dog receiving that ball.
That's why I like Debo. Debo doesn't care if a train is coming. He's making this catch. If he can catch,
yeah, he's another one. He's a dog, Ronbo.
Yeah.
He's not scared. He'll take the punishment to make the play, and that's what I want. And that's something that I noticed in Judy early on when I watched film. When you think of the 31, I think I was talking to you about it yesterday. That's the tricky situation because I don't feel like they're going to go corner. I think a lot of people want a corner. I think it's either D-line, O-line that they're going to go for in the next pick. And I prefer to, I think I told you to trade back.
Yeah.
So we can get 2 guys instead of the 1, Because I don't want to wait till, 156 for the next pick?
Lee, give me your priority, though. Give me your positions. Okay, wide receiver's number 1. What's next?
It's probably got to be defensive tackle, or it's got to be an interior guard. I think.
Okay, that's
because if we get a tackle, he's not going to. If we get an offensive tackle, he's not going to start straight away because we got McGlinchey and Staley.
Yeah.
See, so to me, it has to be guard, or a guy that can play guard and center like a Cushionberry or that Nick Harris guy from Washington.
Diverse. And they make all our O-linemen do that anyway. So, okay, so you're saying offensive guard and also defensive tackle. So wide receiver, offensive guard, defensive tackle, you flip back and forth on the lineman. But that's three.
I thought about it. Yeah.
Secondary
and
comes
that's
in
the thing,
fourth,
if you move
right?
back at 31.
Because you don't need a linebacking crew.
If you move back at... No, but it's funny because I noticed they're looking at linebackers, Ronbo, but I noticed too that why I don't have cornerback as high, because me and you know, Ronbo, that Sherman's going to start, Mosley's going to start, and K1's going to start. So straight away, if you get in the corner early, they're not going to start.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to have to beat them out, which is not going to be easy, and you still got a killer there too.
It's not going to happen.
So they got depth at corner. It's not going to happen.
They're going to work out hard this year. And if the 49ers cannot afford K1, if they can't afford Sherman, now he gets a shot. But he's going to have to work hard this year to even stay on the roster. So you're right.
Yeah, so that's why I came up with it's got to be O-line or D-line, and they're looking at the defensive tackles. You know, we got Jones, who's good, but if you can bring in someone else for that rotation, you know, especially on passing downs, because we know he's really good on the run, it'd be real smart to get a defensive tackle that can help on passing downs, and I think that's that guy from TCU, because that's what he's good at, the guy that they already looked at. Yeah. So if you move back at 31, you can get your O-lineman and your D-lineman, and that's my thought on it. You know, I wouldn't mind getting a corner with the third pick if you get the 2 picks, but I just don't think they're looking at it as a bigger need that a lot of our fans are. Yeah.
Well, they always are. We gotta go. I'll see you Thursday.
See you, Ronbo.
All right.
No worries.
Okay. All right. Great day to you.
Make sure you have some lamb chops for dinner, Ronbo.
Yeah. Everything. You gotta make a bet. You got a big rack of lamb that night and set it up in front of the camera. Hey, Lee, talk to you later. Wouldn't it be funny if we got lamb? Because lamb is in the mix. Make no doubt about it. We got our preferences, but he is in the mix. Everybody picking him cannot be wrong. That's just too many people that got lamb on his way. Hey, Josh. Big Show still running a campaign against Ruggs.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Josh, you ever watch Big Show in the chat?
Yeah, all the time.
When Show puts his teeth... Remember last year, he wanted that edge rusher? He told me later it was sarcasm. What was it that edge rusher that Big Show liked last year?
I can't remember, but I know he was definitely wrong.
It was Rashad Gary, one of the worst edge rushers in edge rusher history to come to the...
Yeah, he was definitely wrong about Bosa.
Yeah. Anyway, right now he says Ruggs wasn't the most impactful in the Bama offense. It was Judy, Smith, and Waddle. Ruggs had one job to stretch the field. I like Ruggs, but Judy Lamb more impactful than any team. Show, I get it. You don't like Ruggs. Okay. Josh, what do you got in mind here?
Well, there's some truth to, a little bit of truth of what Show is saying. But there's 3 elite receivers on the damn team, What do you expect? So I don't know what I'm thinking, Ronbo, is what I brought up the last time I was on the line with you was about Hurd. With Hurd, he might be good to go. I know he's been cleared by his doctor.
Oh, I hope so.
To go, but not by our staff. So, and I just want to throw this out there too. I know we haven't seen him in a regular game, but my father-in-law is a chiropractor, and he deals with all that stuff. So he hasn't had to have surgery. He didn't have surgery. He's had a year off. He will be good to go. He will be good to go.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm not saying I'm a doctor or anything, but my father-in-law has told me.
He's around this kind of thing all the time, so he knows how the body functions and heals because he sees it.
Yeah, he treats athletes all the time. So I'm thinking with Hurd still in the mix, he's going to be coming back. What if we were persuaded by somebody, as much as I like Ruggs, I mean, there's other receivers that I like more in the draft besides Ruggs, because I like the guys that are bigger, taller. They can go up and get the jump ball and hover over the defenders, and there's no chance that they're going to get the ball. I prefer those kind of wide receivers
But
instead
remember,
of speed. But
remember the one
speed
thing
is
about
great
Ruggs,
too, though.
he's got a 40-inch vertical.
Yeah, no, he can ball. He can dunk too. You know,
Mhm.
so he
He's
can
an
jump
athlete.
up. Yeah, he's definitely 100% athlete. If we got him, I would be stoked if we got him. But I'm thinking this is John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan. We have no idea what they're going to do.
I know.
They
and
could
they, and
be
they lead you in
persuaded.
different directions on purpose.
Oh, yeah. They could be persuaded by teams that need a quarterback really bad to trade with that 13th pick if Ruggs isn't there. If there's still a quarterback sitting there at 13.
Mm-mm.
And the Pats need a quarterback.
Always.
Just putting that out there. You know, we might not get a receiver. You know, we might trade out. But
that's what I'm saying. Look
who
out.
knows? Who knows?
You know, just so you know, so people don't get their feelings hurt. I'm just saying, the way the 49ers are talking, they want picks. You know, they probably want a receiver, no doubt, and they'll get one. May not be the one we're talking about, though, but they're going to get one. I don't know when.
No, and you know, and with Goodwin, I mentioned this the last time too. I know everybody's getting on him and all of that, and yeah, it's been disappointing with him, but you know, the guy's a human being, and he has been saying, you know, people are doubting me, and he's going to show up, and my God, he could light a fire under everybody this season. And how bad would that suck if we let him go and he did it with the team that he's on besides our team?
And the thing is, he knows what we do. So Goodwin wouldn't, he hit the ground running, and now that his mind is in the right place, if they keep Marquise, I will not be mad. So, yeah.
Yeah. No, and I'm excited to see what Jet's going to do, too. You know, I mean, we paid all that money. I think he might have a breakout year this season, too.
You're going to see, if he's ready, you'll see a lot more passing this year than you saw last year. So, because McKinnon runs routes as good as any wide receiver, and he's got well, he's like Debo, right? But he's actually is by trade. His business card says running back. So you get him out there on a linebacker, linebacker's dead meat.
He's got 3 speeds. He's got 3 speeds, you know. It's insane how quick he is, you know. That's why he's called the Jet. You know, once he goes, he is super quick. There's no catching him.
Man, if you're trying to stay with him as a linebacker, you're the one that has to cover because you're a linebacker and he's a running back running a route. Wait, who's going to cover? You! You're finished! See. So, yeah.
Yeah, you know, so, I mean, you know, our biggest 3 things that we need is, you know, everybody's saying wide receiver. I can agree with that. You know, we need O-line for sure. We need O-line. We got to protect Jimmy.
Yeah.
He got sacked too many times this last season, and some of that was on him, but most of that was on our O-line. They just weren't blocking it.
And our wide receivers. Josh, you know what? A lot of times when you seen Jimmy standing there holding the ball, the receiver did not complete his mission. So Jimmy's standing there. I wish he would have just bailed. Just abort the play, Jimmy. Just get rid of it. Don't. Jimmy eats.
Yep.
God, you know. Okay. But you know what? I got a feeling that's going to be ironed out this season. We got a bunch of people having problems in Kyle's offense, as they always do in the first year. But they'll clean that up. Josh Ryder, we ran out of time. Let me see you Thursday, okay?
Yeah, definitely, Ronbo. Take care. You know, don't get sick. You know, wash your hands, and you know, we're gonna have football this season.
I think so. Things are looking better, Josh. They're starting to look better.
They definitely are, Ronbo.
All right.
Definitely are.
Keep those
All
fingers
right, fam.
crossed.
Thanks for taking my call.
Thank you for calling, Josh. Talk to you later. And keep Big Show in line for me in the chat. Night, Josh. Big Show. It kills me. Hey, dude, John V. Come on in, John.
Ronbo, how you doing, brother?
John, you know, it's like entertainment just to read what Kyle and John are doing. These guys have become masters. John, Kyle, and I think John Lynch is just like, this is a born talent. Nobody taught him how to deceive and mislead. He just does it so well. And then there's Kyle's catching on. He's as good as John. You read what these guys are talking about, you'll be completely confused. You know, 13, they've got me thinking 13's not promised. They may trade it. but probably not. 31 is out of here. I firmly believe that. But what are you thinking?
Well, I mean, I agree. At 13, I think we stay put. I think that was we needed that. We needed that offensively. So I think we stay strong at 13. We take a top 3 receiver. I agree with our what is he, Australian? Our guy, what is Lee?
Oh, Lee, yeah.
I agree with
New Zealand.
Yeah, I like Lamb. I like Lamb. I do. I really do.
A lot of skills.
I mean, I wouldn't be upset in the slightest. 31st, Ronbo. I mean, we should get rid of it. And listen, let's not forget the Colts. We've done business. So I read that they've got picks. They need a quarterback. I don't know. We could get more. We could pick up more draft capital. So they've got a second and a third round, and their early picks too. I think they're like 11 and 12. So I don't know.
John, who are the Colts? Where are they picking at? Are they number 5?
I didn't look. Actually, I came over that by mistake. I was just checking out cornerbacks that would be a solid stay if we stuck at 31 and we landed a great like Diggs or Delpit. I mean, Ronbo, I don't know where the Colts are. We need to find that out. But they do have draft capital that John Lynch is certainly going to be interested in. Because they're team friendly. I think they'll do business with us if we were serious. But
they dealt Buck.
I don't think it's up for grabs. Yeah. So to me, Ronbo, if we trade 31st, great. I still believe in defense, so I'm always going to be looking for that safety, that cornerback. We've got Sherm to replace. We need somebody that Saleh can use all over the place. Higgins is out there. There's quite a few, Ronbo, that we this Staley thing. Can you clear it up for me? What do we know? Does it look like he's bouncing? He's not going to be with us for the season?
I think somebody made a mistake on that. Staley's never said anything, and Staley's not the kind of a guy that's not going to let you know far in advance. He's a 49er to the bone. He's not going to leave him in a disadvantageous position of not knowing what to do in the draft. So Joe's going to be around another year.
I felt that way.
Yeah.
Good. I felt that way too. But it's not a bad idea to look for his backup. So, I mean, we need to be there, and we need to consider Sherm too, That safety and cornerback position, Ronbo, I feel like we're ignoring it. We can't rely on Spoon. Give Mosley a shot at some competition. There's a lot of guys out there, Ronbo, that can play corner. There's Xavier McKinney that could be a great safety, somebody that could lay you out. So we need to spend 13 on offense. We should, And then Ronbo, I think they'll fill in everything that they feel like they need. I feel like John Lynch and Kyle, they don't give a damn what's going on. They don't care what's trending. They care about what they see. So it is what it is.
They're going to do, and you know what? You have to believe in them, John, because they're going to do what they think they need to do to improve that team. By the way, answer to our questions about they don't have a pick in the first round. They gave it to us. Remember? I just realized Indy doesn't have a pick.
Oh, yeah. We got 13.
I forgot, what were we thinking? Indy doesn't have a first round pick. But, I don't know who they have in the second. Where are they at in the second?
I think they have an 11 or a 12 somewhere in their second round.
Yes, that would give them 30, 40, 43rd, 44th pick. Yeah. If you do the math on that. I'm saying they pick around, if they were going to be around, what am I saying? 13. Do the math around. Okay, 32 and 13 is 45, right?
Right.
Yeah. So they got the 45th pick unless they do some dealing. And we could get that if they want to do any more dealing with us. I don't know if they'd be,
Right.
Still.
Well, I mean, they did get 2 solid defenders, so I mean, they shouldn't be very.
So give us 45. We'll give you 31.
Give us 45.
Give us maybe your third round pick if you want, because we're gonna put you back in the first round. And you guys should have given us
a new pair of shorts.
There you go. And bring Send him a couple of, pay for his cats. Dante, we love you, man. You just want you to man up. You know, you may have something on it, John. There may be some dealings going on there. And they may have made this deal before
I mean,
now.
it seems reasonable if you want to stay in the first. If you don't want to sit out the second round, Ronbo. You know, that's where we can work. We can work with the second round, man. We can work. We can even work in the third round. We could fill some needy positions, and we might even get studs doing it. So I mean, I
they're
love
good
the
at
draft.
finding
I
these
love
guys.
John Lynch, and I like him.
There you go.
I trust him.
We have our best luck in the late rounds, ironically, but still, I still like the second and third and fourth round picks. I want to look at them. You know?
You're right, Ronbo. I mean, not everybody. Not everybody is a stud in the SEC or the Big Ten. I mean, the ACC has some hidden gems, man.
There you go.
And they're defensive players. So, I mean, I'm happy with that. So, everybody else,
There you go. Well, John,
There you go,
I'll be looking for you Thursday, as I couldn't stand
Absolutely,
it to get back
Ronbo.
here today.
Hey, I
So,
wanted to thank you again for all the kind words you said yesterday. And the
John.
chat, Ronbo, the chat. Thank the chat. They were awesome. I appreciate the kind words. You guys are phenomenal.
All right,
Ronbo,
John.
as always, my friend, it's a pleasure. Good night.
Thanks, fam. You know I feel exactly. The feeling's mutual. I'll look for you Thursday.
Thank you, my brother.
Good
Thank you.
night.
I'll see you then. Good night.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Hey, and there he is. I'll be watching, bro. Sean, come on in, man. We're sitting here laughing. Everybody's making a case. And if we had to vote, I think everybody believes 13 is going to stay right where it is unless we could trade it for a few positions down to Miami. But that's the only trade partner anybody sees feasible. 31 is so gone, I can't stand it. But, but Sean, what are you thinking?
There's a lot going on here, as far as if you think about it, how many players that didn't run the 3-cone drill has Kyle Shanahan drafted throughout his career as an offensive coordinator, as a head coach? There's not many. There's one guy. Everyone's talking about the 3, who's the best 3 receivers, obviously, where they're talking about Lamb and Judy and Ruggs.
The Golden Boys. Yeah.
Only one of them ran the 3-cone drill. A lot of them guys messed themselves up because most of those guys didn't have no pro days. The only one who ran a 3-cone drill was Jerry Jeudy, and he killed it.
Is that right?
You know what I mean?
Hey, Ruggs and
He's
Lamb
the only one
out of.
He's the only one. Nope.
Because they knew better.
The 3-cone drill.
I'll bet you they knew better.
The only one who did it was Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy was willing to go out there and show out. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Ruggs, but when you go back and you look at Kyle Shanahan's history, there's 97% of the guys that he's drafted or picked up has ran the 3-cone drill.
Hey, Sean, just to amplify on your point, DK Metcalf screwed up by running that drill last year. He lost a lot of respect after he did that and waited almost midway through the second round. Yeah, you're right. Good point.
And thing about it is, even the guys that go undrafted, like Sean Poindexter, his 3-cone drill is amazing. Jalen Hurd, his 3-cone drill was damn near as good as Taylor's. You know what I mean? It's not the big body shit and the versatile shit that a lot of people were thinking of. That was just a bonus. But when you got a guy the size of the Herd that has a 3-cone drill that's under 7 seconds, that's amazing to Kyle Shanahan.
Oh,
that's fucking amazing. You know what I mean? So when you get a guy that size that does a cone drill like he does, I don't know, it's quarantine, man. You know what I mean? So I'm looking at everything. When you go back, excuse my language, man. I know we got kids on here, but when you go back and you look at when you go back and when you go back and look at all the players as far as running backs, receivers, and things of that nature, you look back at all the people that Kyle Shanahan has drafted or brought in. You know what I mean?
They
all pretty much
had a resume that said they have certain skills that they can bring to the table. Mm-hmm. Exactly. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to rely on those. Normally, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, and even Debo's a 7.03. Now, here's the thing. Now, is there going to be an exception this year just based off of how, no pro days and things like that? It could happen. But just like I told you before, if Shanahan doesn't get the receiver that he wants, he's not Bennett. Shanahan's not the guy he's not going to do that at all.
You know what I mean? So if he doesn't get the receiver that he wants, either we are gonna go defense, or we might fuck around and just trade back that 13th pick. I don't think it'll happen. But you know, if Shanahan's like, nah, there's other guys that, cause man, their scouting department's amazing, Ronbo.
Aren't they?
Their scouting department is amazing.
Oh,
you know what I
man.
mean? So they're not scared to go after guys in the 3rd and 4th and 5th rounds. If they can put themselves in a position for 3rd and 4th rounders, they'll do that all day long. They'll do that all day long. Now, I don't want them to trade out of that 13th spot.
But you're right, but they've proven they're right when they do that. Because like I said, I never heard of Fred Warner. Now, I look at him as being one of the best linebackers in the NFL. He wasn't no first-round pick. Look at Debo. Of course, we knew Debo had skills. So he's not a surprise. George Kittle, big mystery there.
Yeah, I mean, and Debo's cone drill was a 7.03, I think it was, for shit like that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, man, it's, you know, that was another big reason why fucking Kyle Shanahan fell in love with Debo. You know, I mean, his of course his route running and all the things he can do, but you know that cone drill, something about that cone drill that's got Shanahan wrapped. You know, it's like that first love that you just can't get rid of. You just can't let go.
Because it gives an estimation as to whether you're going to be able to get rid of guys at the line of scrimmage, and that's very important to Kyle. It's all about timing routes, Sean. If your boy is getting tied up at the line of scrimmage because he can't maneuver and get his butt out in space, you can't help Kyle. You know, and Dante is the ideal. That boy's got mad skills, but he ain't got no heart. That's so sad.
He's more interested in, you know.
Bad. Oh, he would have been good.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll wake up this year. I hate to give up on him. Come on, Dante. I know you can do it. Anyway, we'll find out.
I'll say this and I'll jump up off here. Here's what I do know though. You get a guy like Ruggs, you know. I'll say this: you get to the Super Bowl, ain't no fucking overthrowing Ruggs. You know what I'm saying?
See.
Ain't no overthrowing Ruggs.
Easy
boy.
shot, easy.
You know, so.
See that's what I'm saying. That's why I said if Marquise, Ruggs, anybody like that would have been he does not the ball. He may have to wait.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean.
Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it's. But you know, this whole draft process is going to be different. These guys, and I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of gambling either. There's not going to be a whole lot of gambling because these guys really couldn't do the due diligence. Like, so I mean, look, they're going to be looking at film.
The way we're doing it.
There's no going to campuses, talking to teachers, families, friends, none of that shit.
They'll find out about the character. No, but you can conference call. You can get them. You can talk to them via any number of media. So, all right, Sean.
Yeah, that's true.
Let me see you. Let me see you. See you Thursday if you get a chance. All right.
Yeah, I'll be there Thursday, man.
All right, man. Have a great night, John.
All right, bro. Yes, sir.
Oh, man. Yeah, Hey, remember, somebody brought up his name. Tim Harris is still in our secondary core, and I am really interested. Those are the two mystery pieces. Tim Harris and, of course, Jalen Hurd. Now, we've already heard from somebody whose family is in that line of work to deal with bodies. And Jalen Hurd, if they say he's okay, probably is. We got to wait. Hey, Gil.
What's up, Ronbo?
Gil, man, as you know, we're sitting here, we're talking about what they're going to do with that 13-31. It's not a promise anymore. I would think 13, oh, come on, Niners, you're not going to trade that 13. You need to get that best guy you can get at 13 because that's the pick we used. They said themselves, that's the pick we used to get rid of one of our best defensive linemen. So you got to come away with something of a high quality. But then again, you say, Gil, but what did you find in the 5th round? You've got the best tight end in football. So, all that rationale, throw it out the window. I don't know. Gil, what do you think?
I mean, at 31 for sure is going back. They're trading back. At 31, that's a lot of teams like those picks to trade in and get, that 5th-year option on a rookie contract. There might be some quarterbacks that fall back. The guy from Utah State, someone's going to fall in love with the quarterback or someone that sits back and they're going to want that fifth year,
Especially,
I like
yes.
what Lee was saying earlier. Trade back at 31. We can get a tackle like Blacklock from TCU, and then maybe get someone in the third round, or a guard in the second, a guy from Michigan. But your last caller was talking a lot about the 3-cone, and I think we can't overstate that enough. Shanahan, he likes his receivers with 3-cones, and I mean, I got some draft crushes with receivers. Look at Mims running a 6.66 3-cone.
I think, isn't he ranked the best? I did see that stat. Isn't he number 1 in that?
Yeah, and he has he runs a 4.39 40, so he's got some speed on him. He's a big guy, and then our scouting department, there's all these guys. We like to look at the shiny silver coin, but there's these guys that they didn't play in the SEC. They didn't play with these big time quarterbacks and these big time schools, so stats can sometimes be overlooked. You got a guy from Oregon State, Isaiah Hodgins, I think his name is. Guy's like 6'5", and he runs a 7 3-cone. I mean, you got these guys all over the place that are going to be pretty good, but I'm still sold. I think we still try to get Ruggs at 13. I love Ruggs.
But if you don't, I'm Ruggs guy too. But listen, I'm looking at I'm watching Denzel Mims. I've been watching like if the Saints pick up Mims.
Oh no! and we got to start having these callers. We had a caller earlier talking about. I'm tired of this Jimmy G. People hating on Jimmy G. Someone was saying he had. We're looking at the Super Bowl. He overthrew one pass. Jimmy G had the highest completion percentage on balls thrown 20 yards in the air. I mean, we see. I think we have on our mind what we've seen, in the Super Bowl, and we're thinking, yeah, he came off an injury. He might not be the best deep thrower in the game, but I mean, he's not terrible by no means.
No, and
someone
also,
said, if we get Ruggs, we're worried about
and we're worried about not being able to reach him. That's not a good reason not to get him.
He'll go up and get it,
Yeah.
So I like Ruggs at 13. I think we got to get him. I'm a Ruggs. I mean, I listened to an interview from Matt Mayoko. He's interviewing a Maryland coach. I was his wide receivers coach, I want to say, at Alabama, and he was talking about how Ruggs' work ethic, how he's a dog, he loves to block, he's tough. When you put Ruggs, Debo out there, that's scary, man.
I can't wait to run a jet sweep with those two.
Yeah.
Oh, talk about the defense being totally messed up. And by the way, Jimmy G, he threw 2 INTs. One of them was one that you could see was a risk throw anyway. But does anybody remember that Patrick Mahomes threw 2 ridiculous INTs as well? Nobody talks about that, though.
Yep.
See, Jimmy always gets every mistake he makes is blown up, way up. Anybody else makes a mistake? Well, nobody pays any attention.
Patrick Mahomes, worst QB rating for Super Bowl MVP. The guy's crowned as don't get me wrong, the guy's great, but the guy gets the worst QB rating and gets MVP just because he made a couple big plays at the end, and it wasn't really him. It was a breakdown in coverage. There was a hold. I mean, come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like, but everyone's. I don't know what people's thing is with Jimmy G. I love the guy. I think he's going to pass for 4,600 yards this next season. Being healthy, we just got to give him some tools out there, man.
Yeah.
But I'm big on getting another tight end. I like Jalen Hurd. I think he could be that wide receiver tight end option. Put him at H-back, move him around.
He blocks well.
But I'm telling you, Shanahan's going to get my boy Lynn Bowden late. They'll be running some read option on the goal line. I'm telling you, look him up.
All right,
Lynn
Bowden.
That man's legit. But I definitely think Ronbo, we're going to trade back at 31. I think there's no question.
I'm almost sure of it. Yeah. All right.
It's almost guaranteed. I think we could pick up. We do have a D tackle we need and a guard maybe, and we can get that in the second and third. There's a lot of good players back there, but a lot of guys don't. Some guys like some cornerbacks, and some people don't want one. I always say, we always got to look at it as draft boards and what they evaluate as talent.
Exactly.
And that's how they look at it.
And you got to build
they
depth.
They don't care about
Gil, we got to pull up though.
We might need a deep. Yeah.
All right.
All right,
so
Ronbo.
We'll continue Thursday. All right.
Have yourself a wonderful night.
You too, fam. Night. There's Gil, more excellent points. And here comes Dre's big body Griff. Griff.
Hey, what's up with you, man? How you doing?
Oh, Griff, man, we're having fun tonight, man. You know, because the thing is, everybody had Griff. You got a speaker on? Can you mute that?
Oh, my bad, man. I apologize about that. Yeah, that
It's all
better?
right. Blink, 1, 2. Yeah, it's good. Griff.
That better? Yeah, that better?
That's perfect. That's perfect. I can't hear any feedback now. Hey, Griff, the thing is, we already assumed at 13 it's going to be one of the golden triangle, right? Now, you figure 31, don't even consider that any further. Ain't nobody going to get nothing at 31. The 49ers go try to peddle that. 49ers probably already got that out for sale right now. So you figure 13. But then, Griff, I got to tell you, fam, it's no promise that 13 is being kept. If the 49ers anticipate their guy gone, now they can't jump too quick, but because everybody knows the Raiders want Jerry Jeudy so bad they can't stand it. But what about Lamb? Everybody says Lamb is going to be available for the 49ers. They go pick him up. Ruggs, by some accounts, is going to the Jets. And I said, well, the Jets did just get rid of a speedster. That is possible. But the Jets need an offensive lineman more than a hog needs mud. So it's kind of hard to understand where he's thinking it's coming from. But, Griff, what are you thinking?
So first thing first, let me say, any one of the top 3 picks of the wide receivers is well worth it. So whether you go Lamb, who's 62 receptions, 1,327 yards, 14 touchdowns.
That's a heck of that. That's stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Or you also can go to Jeudy, which has 77 receptions, 1,163 yards. Okay.
Well, they lit it up.
Now everybody been complaining and talking trash about Ruggs. Okay. First of all, when I say these stats about Ruggs, then I'll follow up and tell you why I say this. 40 receptions, 746 yards. Being that Ruggs, first of all, I'm a diehard Niner fan, but I'm also a diehard Alabama fan, first of all. Ruggs only had 40 receptions because he was the double team man. He was the man that everybody was scouting, looking at. So everybody else on the team was getting, the ball and everything else. Lamb, however, main wide receiver on their team, not that other many weapons on his team, so he's getting the ball a whole bunch of times.
Uh-oh.
Now,
nobody said anything about that, Griff.
Listen, right?
Uh-oh.
Nobody said nothing about this either. They keep on saying that Henry Ruggs is the third option. But they're not realizing Jeudy wasn't the first option either. So now, as I was saying before to you, last time I talked to you, Devontae Smith, 68 receptions, 1,256 yards, 14 touchdowns, a junior. He was our number one option, which people ain't really knowing. They keep on, Jerry Jeudy, by far the best route runner. No questions.
I have been enlightened. I don't know about anybody else, but that explains a lot of things.
And what they're not telling you, too, and I want to apologize to my little brother because I realized that I was watching the old game. You got to look at Ruggs. Ruggs dropped 1 pass this year, and he's dropped 4 passes total in his whole career in college.
How many years? Is he a junior?
Yeah. No, Ruggs, yeah.
See, that's...
He
played every year,
He only
right?
dropped four total passes, yes. And like I said, he only got 40 receptions because he was the man that they were double teaming to get everybody else open.
See, I know. That's what Kyle's looking at, too. That's a brutal percentage. 4 out of 40? Come on, man. Whoa. That's crazy.
No. He dropped 1 out of 40. He dropped 4 his total college career.
So total well, you can give me that, but 1 in a season is just already insane. So it's not, he doesn't have hands problems.
He dropped 1 out of 40, and then for his freshman, sophomore, and junior year, he dropped 4 total.
And that's a man that's carrying an entourage down the field trying to hold him down, right? See, that's what people have to understand. He's doing that through a lot of stress. Am I right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, hey, he's a team player.
And if he's going to bring the field, and he's going to bring a defense to their knees in that secondary, this is what's going to make the entire machine work better. That's what I'm looking at right there.
Right. And not only that, the dude that just got off like a couple of people back, he's also quick at 3-cone also. And not only that,
Sean.
he can stop at the drop of a dime and continue.
See, that's a unique skill for a guy with his speed to be able to do that, because usually the thing on guys who are really that kind of fast, they can't make cut on a dime cuts because it's a coordination thing, and momentum will blow him away from his own. He can't do it. It's just too fast. But if he could control his body in that kind of speed, oh, man.
Man, if you watch some of the catches he done had, he got body control. Jerry Jeudy will shake you out your shoes in space.
I seen him. He can stop and go on it.
You ain't got.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, Rush can stop and go too, but you ain't got time to touch Rush because he's so fast. Yeah. So you know, like I said, man, you know, any of the first 3 would work with us with the system, and like I said, Lamb. If Ruggs was on there and he was the only person that they had as a weapon to go to, yeah, he would have that many catches too. But not to take nothing away from CeeDee Lamb, he's been battle tested. So, like I said, any one of them first 3 picks would actually work with the Niners.
Well, they're going to get, you know, from what everybody's picking in the first 12 picks, one of them dudes, even no matter what, one of them is definitely going to be available at 13. Now, will it be the one that the 49ers want? And like Sean mentioned, Kyle's not going to reach. If you're the guy, he'll take you. He ain't going to pick somebody else just to appease not getting this other guy. They'll bail off that 13th pick, or they'll pick up, whichever guy's left between, Brown, Kinlaw. Those are the top D linemen. Because the 49ers need impact in that first round to make up for Defoe. Griff, we got to roll. I mean, well, go ahead and respond to that real quick.
No, I was just getting ready to say if he really want him, then he'll really go get him.
There you go. Griff, great stuff. I'll tell you what, man, you enlightened me about Bama football. Wow. Okay. Let me see you Thursday if you get a chance. All right?
All right, man. Thank you for the platform you give us, man. Shout out to my little brother, Dre, his PNT partners, and all the rest of the 49er fans on here. Much love to y'all.
Pleasure, fam. Back at you. All right. Later, Griff.
All right. Love.
Now, see, this is why I didn't know Bama, they got a pecking order. And also, Ellis, you got a speaker on. Can you mute that? Yeah. Yeah, they got a system in Bama. It's not about who's the best. And I thought Judy was the best thing they had in Bama. No, there's a junior. That junior's going to be worth his weight in gold next year. If he's waiting, Ellis, come on in, man.
What's going on?
Yo, Ellis, you still got a little crazy feedback going on. You got a speaker rolling. Oh, it's gone now.
Oh,
all right.
No, I'm talking on my. I had you on speaker so I could actually hear. You know what I mean? But it's not no more.
Yeah. All right. Well, as you know, we are now trying to see what John and Kyle are cooking, which is a mistake, Ellis. No matter what you do, that's what they do. You're never going to know what they're thinking until draft night. Seconds after, not before. The boys is good at this. Man. Jed York's got to sign them for another 4 years. Don't wait, Jed. Sign them now. God. Man. What else? What are you thinking?
Yeah. I don't think the 13th pick is going anywhere. I think we're going to take, even if, let's just say, hypothetically, Jerry Jeudy, CeeDee Lamb, and Henry Ruggs aren't available, we're going to get the next best thing. We're going to fill the gap that needs to be filled. and if it ends up being defensive tackle or another receiver, I mean, we'll end up getting something quality out of that first round. So I don't think that's going to go anywhere regardless. I still would like to see us try to maybe move up. And if I think the guy's name is Robert Quinn or Ron Quinn, or I forgot his damn name. The guy from the Lions, they were saying that he'd be willing to do something with that third pick. You know, that still would be dope, you know. But I mean, we're not gonna know, and that's why we're trying to make sense of whatever we can, and hope and pray that just at the end of the day, we want to be satisfied as as fans, as faithful, you know what I mean? Because we want to go right back and we want to take the whole thing, you know. So we don't want to take any shorts, and I think we can all agree when it comes to that. But I would say if we did do something, we wanted to move up, or we could either use that 31st in a future draft pick, or use that 31st and maybe package it with Dante, or I'd hate to say Marquise, or hell, maybe Solomon Thomas. Shit, I don't know. Take one of those players and take that 31st and try to move up. You know what I mean? I mean, you'd be getting a quality player. Let's just say a quality player that might need a change of a venue.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Mostly, maybe Dante in this case, or maybe Marquise. But I would much rather keep Marquise than Dante, of course, any day. But yeah, so maybe package that with a 31st and move up and get Chase or get a D offensive tackle, or if they want to. I'm almost certain that if we did move up, we wouldn't get two receivers in that aspect, but maybe if we didn't do anything with 31st and we still had a 13, then that still could be something potentially that would happen. But I don't see that happening just because we'd be ridiculously overloaded with wide receivers. And let's just say Trent Taylor and Jalen Hurd comes back. That would just be a waste of draft capital. I'm saying in the sense that we wouldn't be wanting to cut, Jalen Hurd or Trent Taylor. You know
and we could have used it for something else.
And exactly.
I feel you.
You know what I mean? So, but now if not, then let's do some of that 31st. Let's get into that second and second and fourth, or however they can dice it up, and let's try to pull some more quality out of that draft, because we're going to have some success regardless. I mean, I feel like we're probably going to get another diamond out of that fifth, maybe even sixth round, and we'll be shocked again, but then not surprised, because we've been doing this now for the past couple of seasons, and it really.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Since 2017, a late round pick, right around the fifth round. First year Kittle, Trent Taylor. Hey, what did we do in the second year? Fred was fourth round. Did we have a fifth round pick the following year? And we got DJ Jones in the sixth round that first year as well.
See? And he's only got an ankle sprain, man. DJ's going to come back and he's going to tear some shit up. He's coming back to tear something up. So I'm not worried about his injury. But I mean, look at Julian Taylor. He was a late round pick. He was still quality, and we still got to figure out what we're doing with DeMontre and all these other guys. We don't got Zettel anymore. We don't got Sheldon Day. So it's kind of like, I just feel like we're gonna, regardless, it's going to be a successful draft. It may not be favorable because of the names and the glamour and the glitz, and it wasn't a first or second round. But I mean, we're the team that has the star power in late rounds. And nobody has those rights to brag. Nobody has a George Kittle in the fifth, or Trent Taylor's and all these different players. I mean, just imagine if Trent never got injured. Yeah, Dre Greenlaw, man. We could be here all night, man. So that's why I feel like we're going to do something that's going to be impressive to the NFL, and then they'll be saying, well, look at the Niners. They always seem to do something, do some great things later on in the rounds. Maybe the first and the second round really not all what it's cracked up to be. That's going to be the talk. I'm telling you. We do another season with that. that's what's going to be the narrative now. They're going to stop, harping on that first, second round so much.
Scouts are going to start getting fired because some of these guys are just missed assignments, man. If I send you out and you come back and I look over in San Francisco and see they picked up something in the 5th round that's better than what I picked up in the 1st round, I'm looking at you. That's the way it works. Oh.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I like. I don't know what we're gonna do. I really don't. I feel like Ruggs is the guy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like Big Body Griffiths just saying, he just came with some numbers and some specified information that everybody wasn't locked in with. Him being an Alabama fan.
Mm.
So it's. We got some special things that's about to happen, man. I just can't wait. I wish this shit would hurry up already.
It's soon. We got to get together for one. I'll chat with you a little later on here this evening. If not, you'll see the message when you wake up if you're going to bed. All right, fam. Good stuff.
Yes, sir, champ. I'll be up.
I'll
be up, champ. Yep.
Looking for you.
Sir.
All right.
Shout out to you, Ronbo, as always. Hey, he likes them likes, man. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Yes. He loves them likes, like he said. You know what I mean? Download that Ronbo Sports app. Ronbo, thank you, man. Much love to you, fam.
Thanks, Ellis.
So
back at you, fam.
Or later on tonight. Right on.
All right.
Peace.
And there's Hayden making a we haven't talked to Hayden and let's see how many. Hey, Hayden, come on in, man. Little man.
Ronbo. Sorry. I tried to get on, but then like an hour in, it said goodbye, and then it like takes me off, and then I couldn't get back on.
Hayden and anybody else that had that happen to them, that's a system function that we have no control over. So Hayden, that wasn't coming from me, and I really want to apologize for that.
Yeah, I know.
I can't believe they were that rude. I need to, they're making me pay a premium every month too, which burns me up. But anyway, Hayden, I tell you, tonight we've figured out the 49ers are probably going to keep pick number 13. 31, we also mostly agree they're probably going to trade down. Or, Hayden, have you thought about this? Trade 13 and 31 and go up. Give them a 5th round pick, or 6th round. I think we got 2 of those. So give somebody 3 picks and go up and get exactly what you want. Hayden?
Yeah.
I was waiting for your reaction on that. What do you think? What do you think Larry's going to do?
Probably 31. Like, do we even need that? We don't
I know,
need
right?
that anymore. But.
Yeah, we need other 2nd and 3rd, 4th round picks if we can get them. But it's a silly pick. It's almost a 2nd round anyway. So.
Yeah. So get like a 2nd round.
Mm-hmm. If you can. You have to wait mid-2nd round. Yeah.
Yeah, mid-2nd round.
Yeah, because nobody's going to give anything.
Yeah, there's watch out. There's this YouTube video, and it literally says breaking news: Odell Beckham Jr. traded to the Niners for the 13th pick and the 31st pick. And it wasn't on April Fool's Day, so I was like, oh my God, they did that. I was like, no. And then I watched the video and they were like rumors, and I was like, okay, good.
Yeah.
I don't want Odell.
Yeah.
I mean, if we could, but if we give the 13 and 31st away, that would be.
Well, okay, is Odell Beckham? You know what? No, hey, you have to ask yourself if that deal were possible, and there's a reason why it wouldn't be. But the thing is Odell Beckham Jr. better than Lamb, Ruggs, and of course Judy?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, probably yeah, but because college, they might be really, really good, but you don't know really up until they get to
they get out
pro
and get
level.
Battle test at the pro level.
Yeah.
But honestly, right now, Hayden, between you and I, yes, Odell Beckham Jr. is better than Judy, Ruggs, and Lamb. There's no doubt about it. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Right now, we can say that. But maybe a year or so away, maybe not. Because actually, Odell Beckham Jr. is actually probably Judy and somewhat Ruggs in one package.
Yeah.
But can you pay him? Hayden, we don't have enough money to pay Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, we don't. And like people were saying, oh, let's get Odell. We don't have the money.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking like maybe a few years ago, maybe.
Yeah. And they were going
not
for him
now.
a few years ago, actually.
Yeah, but then the Giants traded him to the Browns for the
Because the Giants won't trade with the 49ers. You know, that's just the way that's never going to change.
Yeah.
So, that's fine. You know, we're still looking for our own number one. It's always better to draft your own number one. If you can get good enough to draft your own number one, that's what you do. Because you got to pay him for 4
because
years.
Debo, he's not a number one. He does a lot of things. So if you have him doing a lot of things, what he does now, like the end around, and then he has to do more work to push him to number one, then it'll kind of be hard.
Yeah, he's got a lot of jobs.
Get like have you changed your mind, or are you still Henry Ruggs? I am.
I'm still Ruggs. Yeah, I still think Ruggs. I think with our offense, Ruggs is the missing element.
We need the safeties to get worried and not be like not just be like, oh. We're not going to get.
Yeah, don't have wide
because then that will open up Tebow, George Kittle, Kendrick Bourne, etc.
Yeah, I want cornerbacks. Everybody else.
Question on our team. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say I want cornerbacks and everybody else in the secondary, safeties be on high alert as soon as Ruggs on the field. That's what you're going to get.
Yeah, because is Trent Taylor, he's fine, right? He's going to come back because...
Well, the report says he is. I hope so, I guess.
Because the only questions on our team is probably Tim Harris and Jalen Hurd. Because he seemed good.
Yeah, Hurd supposedly, the doctor says he's fine.
Because I was at the preseason Cowboys game and I saw his touchdown.
Yeah, I know he's amazing. Hayden, we're gonna have to go. Let me. If you get a chance Thursday, I'll be looking for you. All right.
Yeah, I'll try.
All right. Hopefully they don't do that to you again. I'm sorry. All right, Hayden. Have a good day.
It's not your fault.
All right.
All right.
Thanks. Bye. Yeah. Hey, let's go check out. Hey, Monk. Whoops. Let me go up here and see. Big Show has a rebuttal. He says, well, Shanahan thinks otherwise. He, for years, was trying to go after OBJ. That says right there he wants a number one. So I would not argue with that. I won't. You're right. Right there. You're right. OBJ was the guy he was looking for. He wants him. They don't have it. How do you afford that now? So that was out as soon as that. Coach Timo says we could trade back one of our first-round picks. There are scenarios there in mocks that show we could get a second and a third-round pick for it, and then deal a third for 3 more picks for 10 total picks. So, that's the thing. But if we get Jerry Jeudy, I got to tell you, fam, just because Show is such a lovable, fun guy, if indeed we get Jerry Jeudy, I would be happy just for Show. I'm not a selfish guy unless we have a big pizza in front of us and you grab more than your share of pizza. Then I'll be upset. But when it comes to wide receivers like Jeudy, Lamb, and Ruggs, you're not going to get a wrong one. All of them are good, but I like Ruggs for the reasons I like him. If we get Jeudy, it's hard to be mad at that. So, go ahead, have a great night. I'm going to see you Thursday. And keep social distancing, shelter down, do everything they're asking us to do so this madness can come to an end. It looks like it's getting better, all right? We're doing all right. All right. Stay healthy. I'll see you. Hey, don't forget to like. It's not a rumor. I love likes. Niners!